Good evening, chat. How's it going? This is Fluffy Wolf. Welcome to the stream. I know. The screen is still starting soon. We can't ruin the spoiler yet, even though it's in the title. Today's modern, as always, but it's Monday, which means we're doing our newest series, Monday Mayhem. And Monday Mayhem, for those that don't know, is myself taking decks that I found interesting on the internet that do not usually show up in tier 1 or 2, usually at least tier 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on and so forth, and attempt to play them and win with them in a friendly league. And with that, let me make sure I get the name right. This is Invisible Menace. Now if you throw a deck up on there, I just can play it. So this is one I found. Let's grab, I think if you do exclamation deck list, you should be able to find it. This comes from Ardillicody. Hopefully I'm getting that right. And it was found on MTG Salvation, one of the sites I follow and look at things with. And we're pretty close to the exact stock list here. I think I made one or two little changes to the mana base, but otherwise this is what we got here. Little information, they've got a little bit of information as well, cantrips, things like that. They're menace creatures, some finisher things. They're using Hadena's Climb, so we'll see if we get to see this card. And the reason I couldn't pass it up is we're not only just getting to use hexproof boggly-like creatures that actually can get through pretty easily. Moraine Cursuator is not necessarily hexproof, but protection green and black's pretty good. Double Strike's awesome. Invisible Stalker and Geist. But reason one was the sword package. Who doesn't love to equip a little bit of a sword? And then as I looked further, reason two, we are a lock player. I wouldn't call myself a pure lock player, but Worship felt really good. So with that, found the deck, got it. Here we go. Hansa, hey there. Ah, I'm good. How are you? We're excited to play something a little different than Pyro Prison, although Pyro Prison draw is strong. We obviously like to play that. But we're trying our new series here. Modern Monday Mayhem. We're going to try this deck out here in a friendly league and see how we can do. See if we can take it to a 5-0 or see if we'll bail out as bad as I did with Braid of Fire in an 0-5. How you doing, Hansa? How you doing, chat? So the big things that I did change here, and I believe the person that posted this, Ardillicody, I think, is they had Hinterland Harbors, and I swapped those out for Botanical Sanctums. And then they had Glacial Fortresses, and I did Seacombe Coast. Now, when you get to 4 lands, this has been a problem. I did a little testing yesterday, and at 4 lands, it's a little bit of a problem. However, because we're a little more of an aggressive deck, excuse me, you don't want to get a Hinterland Harbor and not be able to play your Noble Hierarch. And in fact, when you get to 4 mana, if you have the Noble Hierarch, it doesn't really matter if your land comes into play tapped or not. With that, let's go over real quick. We have Path, Steel Shaper Gift to get our sword. We have some Serum Visions. Bant is one of my favorite colors, so we get all the access to that. And Noble Hierarch is obviously one of the better ones for the Bant colors. We have Invisible Stalker. You equip a sword up. You get in, you get your sword trigger. Good stuff there. They had Moraine Crusader in here. We're going to run him, see how he does. Double strike guy. It does seem interesting, Hans. It does. Little Geist of St. Traft. Spell Queller. Spell Quellers are a counter spell, but also can be equipped up. So let's look at the climb really quick. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, and then if there's 3 or more, flip. Or sorry, transform. Transforms, add pretty much any color. That's great, but then the big one here is +X/+X. You can do that, and they gain flying as well. So you can make Geist a 5/5. You flip it. He then becomes a 10/10 on the flip, and he gets his angel. Not to mention he may have a sword. Invisible Stalkers are a hard to hit because he's a Hexbrook and gets through. And Mirran Crusader. I added Tamiyo Field Researcher. I don't remember what they had initially. I want to try this card. In my testing, I never got to draw it. I don't know if it would be better to be a third worship or not. And then they had Nissa. I like the different Nissas, and we'll see how this Nissa does. With that, we'll go over one last piece here. We're not going to worry about the sideboard too much. Sword of Body and Mind. Green-blue protection. Makes wolves. Mills our opponent for 10. Awesome. Fire and Ice, which is probably considered the most powerful of the ones. Red and blue protection. Deal combat damage. 2 damage to either them or a creature and draw a card. So that's pretty good. Haste Aversion. And finally, Sword of War and Peace. This is the black-white one. When you deal, you gain life based on how many cards. Let's see here. Deals damage to player equal to the number of cards in his or hand, and you gain life. So this is good against the control matchups. Sideboard, Rest in Peace, Ley Lines. Was that like in my headset? It sounded like a cat meow. Maybe this was just a straw. I have my drink from the dinner. Sorry. Rest in Peace, Selfless Spirits, some protection, Graveyard, Leyline for the burn type matchup, Stony Silence for all the good stuff with artifacts, Detention Sphere, and Quasali Pride Mage for the mirror or enchantments. No, this is not my brew. If you do, exclamation point, deck list. Ignore the image one. I wanted to keep that just for whatever. The Mayhem list is below. It's MTG Salvation. It's called Invisible Menace by R. Dillacody. And I really hope I'm saying that right. If not, I'm going to say the name incorrect for the whole league. Credits to you, man, though. All right. Shall we, chat? Shall we? So we have another one that is my brew, and we might get to it. Little teaser there, if you see it there. If you didn't see it, oh well. All right, here's the deck. This is what we're going to try. So what kind of intrigued me, I've always liked the idea of Boggles. When testing it yesterday to touch, my one opponent was like, oh, this is Bant Boggles. And I was like, yeah, sort of. And then I put a sword down. They're like, oh, that's super spicy. And I was like, yeah, I thought so too. So that's kind of what I liked about it, a little more equipment based. The swords open us up to artifact removal, but in some weird way, if they're bringing in artifact removal, I'm actually okay with that. Because there's only kind of like 3 things that matter. So, let's jump right in, shall we? And see how we do here. It's definitely a more aggressive deck than we're used to playing. We'll certainly punt many a time, but hopefully we'll come out victorious many another time. That is the hope. With that, if you have any suggestions for the deck as we play, definitely throw them out there. Remember, this is not supposed to be Boggles, clearly. It is more of an equipment-based Boggles type deck. Don't start suggesting play Slippery Boggle and play the Elf and play the Ledgewalker and now you play the enchantments, because you'll just turn the deck into the Boggle deck. This is clearly trying to do something different, and we're going to see how well it does that. MTG Bot looks like he's behaving today, so let's throw the overlay up. Let's see if he behaves today. Fingers crossed that he does. Fingers crossed that he does. And we won the dice roll. All right, let's get going, guys. Let's go. Let's reorganize all my graveyards and everything. All right, what do we got here? Well, speaking of never drawing the Planeswalkers and testing, we got both of them. In that, this is interesting. You have to at least play it for 3. All right, well, with that, let's give it a shot, shall we? We'll play Fledged Strand and pass. By the way, I picked up the cards through Mana Traders. I finally went ahead and caved and got Mana Traders, and so we may be more open to a few more fun decks in our future. Well, this is very ironic. This is very ironic here. All right, we'll go get a Hallowed Fountain because we need white and blue. Path to Exile looks very bad here. This is very ironic that we're playing against the Boggles. All right, Geist of St. Trash will be kind of useful here. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's get down our Invisible Stalker and pass the turn. Oh, why are we playing against Boggles? I think... So if there was one deck we probably did not want to play against, it's Boggles. Because I would argue Boggles probably does what we're doing a little bit better and a little faster. But we can see. We can see. What do I pay for Mana Traders? So Mana Traders is a subscription-based service. You pick which tier you think meets your needs, and then you pay that per month. So to answer your question, it depends on what you would pay in your own subscription. The dog has come to see me. Yes, those are my shoes. So, been streaming for over a month now, guys. Whoop. Shout outs to you guys. And so that's why we picked it up, and that lets us do these modern Mayhem Mondays, but it also let us take some deck submissions from you guys as well. Because I'm not going to always find the spicy brews out there. Maybe the chat can help sometimes. So I talked to the guy, the chat person, I suppose. See, they're going to do this a lot faster than us. This isn't very good. I don't remember how much. All I know is that if I do this like 3 times a week, it should be okay-ish. Well, Tamiyo feels bad here because it's target. And Nissa, we can like put things in to play. Untap, 2 targets that become 5/5s. Haste, that'd be kind of nice. Not quite there yet though. I think there's like 4 tiers, and I either got the 2nd or 3rd tier or something like that after talking with the guy. Alright, this is real bad because it's a flying Boggle and our removal is targeted. Alright, well, we can't dwell on we're playing something that's going to do this better than us. So, oh gosh. Well, maybe we draw a Worship. Maybe we draw a Worship. That is a possibility, chat. You could also like scry like crazy here. We may be doing that. Because we're dying very fast. Ho ho ho! Yes, please. Let's go get a basic forest here. Actually, we need double white. Let's get a Temple Garden untapped, and let's get this worship out here. Look at that top deck. Do they have anything that can kill this? Aside from they're gonna do a whole lot of lifelinking damage to us. Alright, so we kind of had one of these instances come up in practice. Not necessarily this scenario, but where our opponent gained, I think, 180 life in our practice matchup. And that was okay with us. Oh, please don't have something for worship. Okay. And the response to this is we will never ever kill them now. They just gain too much life, and they're going to do this. Okay. We have the equipment that is necessary to win this game, though, because we can mill them. We can mill them for tons. Spell Queller is pretty decent here. I think we have an opportunity to play out a Tamiyo. Do we want to play a Tamiyo or do we want to play a Nissa here? I guess we Nissa here, right? Let's try a Nissa, you know. I don't get to cast Nissa too often, so let's try her. Alright, and we'll scry 2 here, I think. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's check out this Nissa. They're probably going to blow up Nissa here, but... less than or equal to... Yeah, we got to tick this up at least once here. Ooh. Okay. Okay. We kind of like both of these, actually. I But we kind of need a sword, I think, to win this maybe. But we want to cast this thing. We want to cast this. And we don't want to have to leave up Spell Queller for forever, right? Let's put this on top of the library, and we're actually going to put the climb on bottom at this point. So, so the idea here is we're going to get a Mirroring Crusader down, and Mirroring Crusader currently gets through both of these creatures because they're green. And then we'll try to get one of our swords, hopefully the blue-green one, sort of Body and Mind, I believe. And in that instance, we will be able to double trigger on double strike and mill them out real fast. They're going to kill Nissa here, I'm pretty sure. Yep. So I don't think there's really any rush to get down Tamiyo here. There may not be a rush to get this guy down either, but we'll go ahead and risk the biscuit here to get this lovely creature down. And we'll just hope they don't have some sort of like disenchant here to get rid of worship. Why am I not attacking with the 1/1? Because they are going to gain a bunch more, and that's not really the plan. It also just takes extra time to do. I don't think 1 damage is going to win it here. I need the sword. The sword is the win condition at this point. So from here, we're going to leave Spell Queller up. Oh, even though we put one to the bottom, we got one. Alright. We're playing to win. We're playing to win. We're gonna wait for Spell Queller here, and in the event that they have some sort of like disenchant, we get rid of it. But right now they're just gonna gain 10 million life here, and this is fine with us. We don't need another Geist. We're looking for lands or our sword pieces at this point. Alright, our opponent's now going to gain 12 a turn. And they're vigilant. Little vigilance. Alright, they're up to 58. There's a land. We can't crack this land, though, ironically. We could try to gain life and then be able to crack our land. That's an option. They get Dryad Arbor. Alright. So, I can't really say that this is necessarily autopilot mode for this deck, but we are entering what we would call autopilot mode, where we just are looking for our answers at this point. We certainly have a lot of things we can play. I just don't want to lose worship to something ridiculous here, and so that's why we're keeping Spell Queller up. We basically can win this as well. Alright, so there's an extra Spell Queller, which is good to have. We can't cast both, but in the event that they get a spell that gets rid of worship, they're probably going to gobble it up. The other thing is we're not really showing our opponent too much more of our deck. We're going to start doing that. Okay, this is the card we need. This is the card we need. This is the card we need, but we probably want to be safe with more lands, right? Is that right? Or do we just go for it? I could path my own creature. That is an option. We could. Do I just jam this out? Is there a risk of losing worship here? So it's 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. I feel like I should path something here. Let's go ahead and see if we can secure this down without losing our counter magic here. We'll get rid of Tamiyo. Tamiyo's not doing a whole lot for us. We'll path Geist here. It's a Rancor. We're gonna path to get an extra land out here. I'm gonna path Geist. Yes, I'd like to use the ability. Let's go get a basic. Land would be great here. That's the wrong land. Alright, we've waited this long. Let's wait one more turn here. We're waiting one more turn so that we have the option to get Sword of Body Mind down and not drop counter magic. What does Monday Mayhem bring us this evening? It's called Invisible Menace by Ardili Ardili Cody, I believe. Make sure we have enough. We'll play this out. Hopefully they don't have any like way to destroy this. Milling Madness. Well, at this point, we are going to mill our opponent. We're gonna wait. There's really no reason to pull the triggers too fast here. Being patient is important here, chat. Being patient is important. Spirit Mantle. But I am intrigued. We are trying to beat our opponent who's at 155 life, and I think we are going to do it. You're intrigued by the spirits. I was intrigued by the worship, which we apparently top decked right in time. This is one reason to have different win conditions in your deck. Very important. All right, land is perfect for us because now we have double Spell Queller. We're gonna get in and have some fun here. This has protection from blue, from black, and from green now. They do play Seal, and it's probably not main board. You are correct. So we're gonna go whacking in here, and the trick to putting it here instead of anywhere else is because the protection's there, and we get double triggers. Incoming Wolves, incoming mill for 20. What do we think, chat? 2-turn clock? How's that sound? Opponent scoops. Our opponent scoops at 179 life. What do we think, chat? What do you think? Was that kind of crazy? Was that kind of crazy? All right. We'll bring in the Pride Mages. Those can like help reduce some of the craziness that our opponent can do here. I think Detention Sphere. He entered scoop phase. He did. He was at so much life, guys. Relic's probably fine for a draw. Leyline's probably not doing anything. Stony Silence. Seal is an enchantment, so that's probably no good here. Tamiyo and Nissa are probably not very good in this matchup. And Hayden's Climb might be actually a little too slow. We also have the paths, though. We'll keep 1 to 2 paths in, I think. 2 is probably the right number, because they do have that other, the core, oh, what is that? It gets +2/+2 every time you enchant it, and we have no real way to get around that. So Pride Mage and Detention Sphere here probably. Detention Sphere could get rid of an enchantment. The Fire Dancer, that might be it. That might be it. What else? We'll get out 1 Climb as well, probably. Climb is probably just a little too slow to flip against Boggles. It needs to be a little more controlling. So we'll bring these in, I think. I think that's fine. We never reveal the Spell Queller, which is good. They don't know if we have counters or not, and they don't know what type of counters we have. So thumbs up to that. I like this hand. Seems good. No worship. We'll need a worship probably against this opponent, but we do have the turn 2 Geist. So I think we'll keep this. Seems reasonable. Can't say I've played. Oh, where's our bolt, chat? Where's our bolt? That's a real good sign to see from our opponent. Card. Resolute. Card, exclamation point, card, then that. Okay. The Scout, followed by an Ethereal Armor. Hey, it's like we know this deck. All right. Well, we're going to get Mr. Geisty out. He's a pretty quick clock. We're drawing a lot of lands, unfortunately. Play Geist, though. A little Geist in action. Woo! All right. I don't know if we can race them, like we said, but they do have a Dryad Arbor, I guess. It's kind of weird. So here's where like Detention Sphere would be pretty good on like Ethereal Armor. Oh yes, it would be very good. Has First Strike and Trample. Okay, well I don't think we want to block that just yet. That's not good, chat. We need a worship. Noble Hierarch. All right, let's Serum Visions. Oh, it's a D-Sphere. It's a D-Sphere and the Steel Shaper gift. Let's put. We like all of this. All right, so we can D-Sphere and Ethereal Armor, bring this way down. And so, what do we want next? So we're gonna play a land. We're gonna have 3. This. So 1, 2, 3 land plus Noble. And then we're going to, from there, 3 lands plus Noble. 4 plus the Noble, so that's 5 mana next turn. So we want Invisible next, because we can do Invisible and Spell Queller next. We're going to play a Breeding Pool, I guess untapped here. I hope you run into Pyro Prison. I don't want to run into Pyro Prison. Alright, we're going to D-Sphere Ethereal Armor. This feels pretty good. D-Sphere Ethereal Armor here. It's going to slow the clock down considerably. Of course I'd want to use this ability. Alright, they can still like kind of just kill us out of nowhere here. We're going to get a token and going to get hit in for some considerable damage. There we go. Alright. We just kind of have to feign a weird mega pump here. Rancor and something else kills us. Oh no. No. It's a 9/7 again. Oh. All right, we die. Dang it. Dang it. What was our next card? That's right, Invisible Stalker. All right. Okay. Oof, this is tough. I think we just run it back. I think, unfortunately, we're racing. Unfortunately, we're racing. Just a tough matchup. I'm playing the same style of deck here. Would I like to play first? Yes. Alright. Touch of a slow hand. But I think we're going to keep it because we have Pride Mage. And Pride Mage can help us get rid of something pesky here. And we'll slow down the clock, hopefully. And Mirran Crusader is not bad against most of their creatures here. We have 4 lands in case we draw the Worship as well. Ooh, another one. Okay. Let's go ahead and play one of these Pride Mages out and pass the turn. Invisible Stalker's not going to get there too quick, so we want them to empty their hand and then like pick off the most important of these, and that one's pretty important there. We're gonna get Crusader down next, I think. Yeah, let's get Crusader down here, because then we were able to really kind of decide what we want to do. We can Invisible Stalker, get in for our 2 damage here, 3 with Exalted. We can Steel Shaper Invisible and pop Qasali Pride Mage. We can also play the other Pride Mage and then Steel Shaper Gift, and then we double strike with Mirran Crusader, which is a heck of a lot of damage. Alright, there's one we may be getting rid of here. No lifelink, please. Not yet. There's the Boggle. They may want to diversify their threats here. Okay, they're going to hit us for 4. So far, I'm not too worried about this. This gets through because it has protection from green. Land's not really what we wanted to see here. Let's go ahead and get Steel Shaper Gift. And I think we want to be gaining life. But they're going to be like empty-handed. So is it better to just get blockers? It's probably better to get blockers. But we're not going to do that just yet. Mill. Alright. So we're going to get in. And we're going to do 8 to them. So we have a 2-turn clock anyway. So really, Pride Mage just needs to blow something up that's probably going to give lifelink here. And we'll hope to dodge some sort of path. Do we have it? Okay. We will blow that up. Doesn't mean we get to kill them yet. 1, 2, 3. Actually, yes, it will. Because we'll get additional damage here. Alright, sacrifice. We're going to destroy Daybreak. Tap 1. They could naturalize our sword here. I guess we'll see if they're going to naturalize our sword here. If they don't, we got it. You have a naturalize? It gains us life, which is kind of nice too. Do we win? Do we win, chat? Our opponent's a bit upset about something earlier. Our opponent's upset about the Dryad Arbor from the earlier game. Dryad Arbor is a green creature, just so people are aware. Oh. I'm pretty sure this is green. I thought it was somewhere on the card. It was supposed to indicate that it was green in Future Sight. Does this top left thing indicate? I don't remember how Future Sight did its stuff. I don't know. Hold on. TCG player. Dryad Arbor. Dryad. I thought it said it on the card. I'm pretty sure I own one of these cards that says it. Maybe it just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't say. If I'm able to block game 2, you can't win. Oh. I'm not sure about that opponent. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's green. It's always been green. I think... So, Dryad Arbor is definitely a confusing card because it's affected by Summoning Sickness. It's a land. It's a creature. But if you play it, you definitely need to know it's... Yeah, they cut it off. So you have to look at the original card. MTGO doesn't show the full card. I believe there's a symbol somewhere on it that's supposed to indicate that it's green too in the future. The one that's the tough one is the vault one. It's a problem. Oh, our opponent's giving us a little chat here. We're having a little chat here. Like Shambling Vent, etc. That's not a creature. I own this card, so I know it says green on it. That's why when I saw the comment about it not being green, yeah, need to go look on the Gather. All right, well, we learned something, sort of. I think our opponent learned something there, and we got it. We got it against our opponent. 2-1, 2-1. Yeah, Gather, by the way, Gather is the place to go. The other thing is you can usually search for the cards on just any site, and I know the card says green on it. That's why we fetched, because there are the way they block is if they get the core thing out, which we had the paths for. And we can make things flying. So we had ways around it eventually. Okay. Okay. 1-0. Learning Magic, chat. Magic is a very complex game. Magic is a very, very complex game, chat. Yeah. Yep. Dryad Arbor is green. Thank you, Subversion. There are a lot of rules, though. Lots of rules. That is why we have that's why we have judges at events and many other things. Yeah. Yeah, the color indicators help, like Resolute's saying. So they help. I understand Shambling Vent and others say it's green-white. Maybe they need to, maybe Magic needs to put that it's a green creature. Who knows? Who knows? All right, we're going to keep this hand slow-ish. But we have our, like, Cha-Ching winner here that's been pretty good here. We have the Body and Mind, and we have the Invisible Stalker, so. We will lead on blue-white, I think. Blue-white will indicate to our opponent that we are some sort of control deck here. And then we'll just punch them in the face, just like that. Our opponent's playing the same deck. Oh, nope, Maelstrom Wanderer, never mind. Protection from blue will be very important here soon, I'm sure. We'll play the Plains, and we'll get out Invisible Stalker, and let's get this going. They won't see the aggro coming, exactly. The Invisible Menace is coming. Also, Maelstrom Wanderer and other spirits aren't very good against us. However, I will say that, what's his name? Selfless Spirit's pretty good against us. Okay, can't draw. Wow, is this really a spirit? It is a spirit. Oh, that's some synergy there. All right, so we have some damage coming our way. We got our own Spell Queller here. I think I want to hide that we have blue mana, and I'm going to go fetch a basic island here. Let's go fetch a basic island, and I think we want to go ahead and get Body and Mind down right now, because then we can equip and we avoid a Spell Queller, which I think is probably what they have. Mirror Crusader is just not going to get through, although it has protection from black and from green. It doesn't have protection from white. It would have extra from blue, but I think the Invisible Stalker and generating blockers here is going to be good against this spirit. And we can try to get down Mirror Crusader a little bit later, but I don't think we're going to need to here. Most decks don't have too much main board in order to deal with artifacts, but they do have a lot of hate cards from after boarding. But if, like we said, if they're bringing in 4 cards to remove sort of body and mind, more power to you. All right, we get hit for 4 here. We're gonna slash back for 3, and we're gonna get some blockers. Noble Hierarch's not actually a bad card to draw here. The question is it worth an extra point of damage here? Brings them to 7. We have then 2 blockers here. We block 1. This becomes, it's a 3/3. It could be a 4/4. 4/4, we go to 11. 11, we have double blockers. Yeah, I think it's worth a shot here. All right. And we get it down. Sweet. All right, took a little extra damage here. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Yeah, I get a wolf. So now I have 2 blockers. And they mill 10 cards. Cha-ching, we get to see what they got. Let's see what kind of deck you're playing over here, opponent. Alright, some spirits. Ooh, Sorin, so we know they have black in here. Spell Quellers. Captain. Alright, sweet. Rattle Chains. I actually, if I was them, I would have waited on the Rattle Chains personally. You don't get to pump this again. Alright, so we're going to block here, more than likely. There's an Aether Vial. That's kind of good to know. Ooh, just 3 in the air. Okay. We're going to get to make another wolf. That's kind of cool. We get to get in with our wolf too. Alright, Seacomb Croast isn't going to do us a whole lot here. Let's go ahead and get in. This is going to be for 4 damage. Or 5. Doesn't seem to really change the clock here. Let's go ahead and just make another wolf here. 2, 3, 4. Do we just leave Spell Queller available to counter something here? Do we try to... We could try to draw. We could try to play this guy out, but he's not getting through very easily. We could just wait and Spell Queller, whatever. I think we wait and Spell Queller, whatever. And then we can actually like kind of attack with everything, I think. Right? They get a what? Excuse me. They get a 1/1 here, maybe. We can also flash blah blah blah. We can also flash in Spell Queller to try to deal with. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Is this worth it? Is this worth it? I think so. I think so. This is gonna block one of our wolves, so I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. This is another reason to play the deck. We get Spirit Wolves. Hey Captain, do my eyes deceive me? What happened to your cards? They changed colors. I don't know what happened. I logged in and they changed from red to every other color but red. Now we're playing Invisible Spirit, or Invisible Menace, or what is this? Yeah, Invisible Menace. Lingering Souls, the flashback. Ooh, that's spice. Okay. So they got some blockers now. Got a few blockers. Bant, Hexproof, Innistrad. I agree with you. Do they have a pump for this? They have 2 cards. They have a pump for this? They get back this thing? I don't think I care if they get that back. Let's save our life here. Okay. Ironic. So they have 1, 2, 3 in the air. This doesn't let us draw. We can scry 2 though. We'll put this on bottom and we'll put this on top. So if we get a draw here, it'd be good. And I think 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We swing with everything. Yeah, we swing with everything, Jet. They have a Mutavault here of note. So that's 3, 4. Maybe we hang back. Maybe there's absolutely no reason to do this. Too crazy like. Maybe get in with a wolf. Get in with a wolf here. We get in with 2. If we get in with 2, it forces it. Let's get in with this. This forces them to do something blocking wise. And I think we get Tamiyo down and tap stuff here is the idea. We're going to tap probably Wanderer here and maybe like Aether Vial. We win? Oh, I did my math wrong. I did my math wrong, chat. Alright, we're going to get a Tamiyo down here. A little Tamiyo. Little Tamiyo. I think I want to tap down Wanderer here. What do I want to tap down? Choose up to 2 target creatures until your next turn. Whenever those tap up to 2 target non-land permanents. They don't untap. We're going to tap Maelstrom Wanderer here. Maybe a Spirit. A Spirit might be worth it here. Are we worried about Aether Vial next turn? Probably not. We have a way to block this twice over, so we'll tap a Spirit down as well. Red cards must be cosplaying Chandra Field Researcher. Yep, Chandra's a field researcher now. She's got a little moon head too. And a little more blue than red. Alright, I'm not too worried about Aether Vial here. This is lethal on its own. Have we navigated spirits? We have navigated spirits, chat. Alright. Let's see here. D-Spirits can come in. I think Selfless Spirits aren't too bad either. We can run stuff into our opponent. Stony Silence is a maybe, and so is Relic as a maybe. Rest in Peace is a question mark. Pride Mage is probably not necessary. They do have that Labyrinth, but I'm not too worried about that. We do draw a couple extra cards from time to time. Not all the time. Ley Lines are probably not necessary. I didn't see anything I'm too worried about. Path is good still here. They are white-blue right now. All the swords seem good. Hayden's Climb seems good. Geist might actually struggle to get through. And maybe a card to cut. A Serum Visions might be fine to cut. 1 Steel Shaper as well. Go down a little bit on those. Our creatures in general are probably okay. Nissa probably isn't doing enough in this one. It is Esper. We milled them. We milled them. Zale, and we saw they had a Sorin, so that's why we're bringing in Detention Sphere. You think Deed Sphere is probably just enough? See, this is where we have to I have to harness chat, because we're so used to just jamming red cards, and it's like, oh, I got options here. D-spheres may be enough. A relic's probably good here too. Maybe just the rest in peace. Man, maybe we keep in the Serum Visions here and we go these three down for these three. They did have Lingering Souls. I think Worship's fine in this matchup. And Hayden's Climb, Hadanas. That one's Climb. I think we'll try this. We have a little more action we have here. We got to be careful of Rattle Chains. Rattle Chains is a little bit of a problem for us. This is a really slow hand. I might actually mulligan this. Which one did we get here? Red and white. That's not too bad for us. We gain life. We gain life and they lose life. So 3 and then they like 2, 3, unless they dump their hand here. His hand's not doing a whole lot else though. So this is turn 2, 3, 4. Oh, that doesn't feel like enough. Let's mulligan this. Okay, now we don't have a whole lot here. We have mulliganed into oblivion here. This one I don't feel like we can keep either. We need at least probably 2 lands. There's no way to get Noble Hierarch out either. So we're going to mulligan this as well. Alright, we're going to try this. We're going to try this and hope we scry into something. We have a way to remove one of their creatures. So we're going to keep and scry into green source, please. Our opponent's real low too. They're going to 3. Oh, that's miserable. We'll put the Serum Visions on top. Okay, we can draw into more green. All right, let's get green. Green, please. All right, we'll put the Worship to the bottom and we'll put the Forest to the top. Say okay. Pass to our opponent. Oh, opponent, please get some. There you go. There we go. We didn't want to win like that. That's just not right. What do they get here? Aether Vial. All right, Aether Vial. We're gonna play a Noble here, and we're going to go ahead and steal Shaper Gift. We're going to get. Let's see here. I think I want Fire and Ice actually. Fire and Ice lets us pick off a lot of their stuff. So we're going to try that. We're going to play Mirren Crusader, I think, next. I'm going to try to get Mirren Crusader down here. Looks like we're going to. All right. So let's get Mirren Crusader down. So they must have spells here because they kept the Aether Vial and we're looking probably for a land. Tamiyo would be great. Could really tap down their Aether Vial here. And whatever creature they play. So we would consider that. Okay, that card's fine right now. Noble's not exactly where we wanted to be here. We don't really want to give them a land either. Tamiyo would be really good. It's a shame we didn't get a Tamiyo down. Alright, while we have the opportunity, we're going to go get Sword and Fire and Ice down. And we're going to just probably... Well, this has, what, Double Strike? This is probably safe to attack in here. A 2 creature. Another one of these. We kill both. I think we're good here. Just to slay in here. It's a 3/3. Yeah, get that damage. Woohoo! We just hook it up with the Fire and Ice next turn and start shooting things down. Fire and Ice play the Noble Hierarch. Kill. The damage. They could Spell Queller our Noble Hierarch. Here's 3. Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls is pretty good. But not backbreaking here. Opponent gets in at us for 3 here. If we draw a land, we'll probably actually... Ooh, another sword. Alright, let's play Noble out. See if this bites. Nope. We're going to go ahead and equip up here. This is looking good, chat. Our opponent had a rough start, though. We'll give it to them. Just smack in here, double exalted. It's a little 6/6 double strike. Little 6/6 double strike here. All right. They block. They block. All right. We can respect the block. They have 2 cards in hand here. We have the ability to get Tamiyo out here, which is probably something we will consider. And if they were to, say, remove Tamiyo, we can path it with like a spell queller. Ooh, the climb. The climb is here, chat. Climb is here. The climb, by doing the climb, we actually leave path open, which isn't too bad. Do we want to climb? How do we get rid of these? Do we go for Tamiyo here? If we go for Tamiyo and tap these down, then he has to Aether Vial something in. The Aether Vial is probably on Spell Queller at this point. They just block. If they have nothing, Tamiyo wins this? What does the flip card do? +1/+1 counter on target creature. And if there's 3 or more, flip or transform. And this is at combat. And then add mana or +X/+X and flying until end of turn, where X is its power. So if we do this, and this is a spell queller, then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine to do. White, blue, green, and whatever we want. Tamiyo. You have to have spell queller or another creature. You do not. We will tap this creature and this one. Thank you. Whatever you got in hand, buddy. That's all you. That's all you. Tamiyo showing up. Little removal of the creatures there, chat. Do we get it? Do we get it? Oh, we don't get it. Opponent's got something. What do you got, opponent? Nothing. We did it, chat. We did it. We did it. We're 2-0. We're 2-0 with Invisible Menace. Real quick, shout out to the deck list creator. You can see it at the second link there on the deck list in the chat. I will pull it back up here from Ardilla Cody. Ardilla Cody. Again, I apologize. I'm butchering that name, I'm sure. All right, what do we got here? We have a terrible hand. This is terrible. I need green mana. Alright, so we're at a virtual 6 because of Geist of St. Traft, because multiple Geists aren't very good. Although we have, like, the pieces we want, we need a mulligan because we can't play anything. Oh, another one-lander. What's going on here? Alright, I think we have to mulligan one more time here. We need action. We don't know what our opponent's on, so we'll mulligan. Oh my gosh, another one-lander. Alright, I guess we'll keep this at this point. We're going to bottom. We're going to just sort of hope to draw into what we need to. I hate going down below 5. But we'll see. Alright, so we're against Affinity. We have Stony Silences. So that's good for us. We're going to need them. Oh, we're going to need them. Apparently I do. And I was looking at it. I'll show you guys what I looked at but green mana shouldn't be a problem. Green. Oh, chat. No mana. No mana. It was mull twice and get one land both times. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, well we got some good hate cards for this. Affinity's gonna be a tough matchup. Very aggressive as well. Oh no. No, don't do it. By the way, I kinda like this card. It's been kind of nifty. Oh no. Signal Pest. Oh no, more. Boot up Inkmoth? Yeah, boot up that Inkmoth. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we'll see if they play anything else here, but we're probably gonna scoop because we got no mana. I thought there was like 22-ish, 23 lands. Not saying I should draw a ton of lands, but they didn't boot up Inkmoth? They didn't boot up Inkmoth. They played Inkmoth? I think they played Inkmoth, didn't they? This doesn't feel very good. This doesn't feel very good. Alright, we're going to... Oops, we're just going to concede. We're not going to show them what we got. Do we even have a land? We did have a land on top, finally. Alright, yeah, 22 lands. We should be hitting them. Alright, we'll get the Pride Mages out here. That's pretty good. Destroy some artifacts. We'll get the Stony Silences out. Those are good as well. And I think there's an argument for Detention Sphere, but we'll hold on that for a moment. Let's see here. So what's not very good? Spell Queller is not very good in this matchup. Everything's down too quickly before Spell Queller is really played, for the most part. Geist isn't very good either. And these are not. Oh yeah, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9 lands that are not green. The rest are green capable. I feel like Spell Queller's not very good. Just not very good. The Climb's probably decent if we can kind of get rid of a few things. Worship's probably really good. I can't imagine they're going to have much enchantment removal. Is the D-Sphere too much? Is the D-Sphere too much? We don't have a real good way to deal with the infect creatures. Let's get rid of the Spell Quellers here. I think this deals with them, right? It's an artifact. Is one of these swords better than the other, I think? I think the gaining life one is actually... Let's get rid of Sword of War and Peace for a Detention Sphere, I think. That or a Spell Queller. The Spell Queller's not bad, like, late game. Sort of Body and Mind is okay. We can mill them out. It's always an option. Let's get rid of a Steel Shaper for a Spell Queller here. Since we went down one sword. I think we'll run this. This is interesting. It's tough to say because we have to get creatures through. Alright, I think we're good here. We're going to keep this. I have a hard time feeling they'll get around our worship block. We have a little Pride Mage to get rid of a pesky artifact, and we have an Invisible Stalker and Geist. This looks real good. This looks real good. Alright, we're going to bring in the tap land and pass the turn here. Stickball Rust. Hey, man. Congrats on your top 8. Man, it's sweet stuff. Sweet stuff. I've been reading the different posts in the forums that you've done. It's Mayhem Monday. Ross, it's Mayhem Monday. We play something cool. Experience the meta in all its greatness. Alright. Now that we've played it like this, we have to get down Pride Mage. We didn't get the blue first, so that's alright. You did. You were like, hey, watch me. I'm going to be on TV. That's nice, Russ. Edge champion. Alright, we're looking good to get this worship. We're actually going to maybe path our own creature here. We don't have to do anything hasty yet. Alright, looks like we don't have to do any pathing here. We got to play Botanical first. Let's play the Botanicals first. Geisty. We can actually get in here. Well, this says protection from all colors, so it just blocks. No, we'll just pass. We'll just pass. I think worship's gonna be enough here, but we'll see. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness we have worship. Oh my gosh, get away from us, Vault Scourge. You need to bring a sandwich or something, man. 2 DACA. Man, thanks for the sub and the Twitch Prime, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We have heard back from our artist, by the way. We are in the queue for getting our emote completed. So, just heads up there. All right, let's get down to worship here. Let's not fool around, chat. Yeah. Russ, you have a wolf buddy here. You have a wolf buddy here. Let's see here. I need double white here, so we need to get a hallowed fountain probably. Untapped, because we roll like that. Play the worship. Look for the scoops. Looking for the scoops. We have no way to really attack in at the moment because they can actually. We get in over here. They can't activate and use this. Pro creatures, exalted. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Look at this, chat. Look at this. Whooshba 4/4. Look at that. Look at that angel. Ah, man, she's kind of an angry angel. Just saying. Just kind of saying, man. It's one angry angel. The Legacy Mill deck on Reddit today? Oh gosh, that sounds terrifying. That sounds absolutely terrifying. Oh gosh, we need to kill this Vault Scourge. It's gonna gain too much life. Also, we can't attack anymore. No. Alright. We're fine here at the moment. We'll probably have another Pride Mage out. More than likely. Yeah, we can do this. Pride Mage. We're going to play Invisible Stalker. We'll leave up the Path. We'll leave up the Pride Mages. All the good stuff. We could attack in for 4. Is that getting us anything? Not really. Not really. Love your modern streams. I'm at home for the month with a newborn and can't really play. Having this on while I care for him helps. Well, thank you to DACA. Thank you so much for your sub prime. Hopefully we can give you all the entertainment value that you'll need. I do have a couple weekends. Well, this weekend we'll play probably a little earlier. And what is it? Following weekend I should be pretty okay. But the normal schedule will hold. The normal schedule will hold. You silly. You silly. Alright. No. No. Not gaining any more life, opponent. Stop that. You're silly. No more gaining life. Silly opponent. Alright, drawing our Stony Silence be like the nuts. They hook up the cranial plating over there. We're actually not too worried about Cranial Plating. They can do whatever they want. I just wanted to stop them from gaining life. Unlike our Boggles matchup from earlier. In comes the Stalker. Some exalted triggers here. Alright, unlike our Boggles matchup where they were at over 100 health or whatever, 100 life, and we still won, we can actually kill this opponent. So for the person that was asking me why I didn't attack before, it was a little silly. Now it makes perfect sense, and so we're going to go ahead and do that. Our opponent is welcome to punch our face as hard as they would like. This is actually kind of worth getting rid of, I think, the Ink Moth. I don't know how that works with Worship. Let's see here. Yeah, so we'll have to watch Ink Moth over there. The next time they boot that up, we might actually get rid of it so that we don't get stuck in some way that they can kill both Pride Mages before Ink Moth is killing us. So we'll watch that. We'll watch that. Oh, there comes Ink Moth. Now we'll kill it. Yeah. We'll kill this thing. Good. That's fine. Goodbye, Ink Moth. Goodbye, Ink Moth. We don't need that. We don't need that. Yeah, I'll die to an Ink Moth. I'm not dying to an Ink Moth anymore. Alright, our opponent's on blocking duty now. We will get in for some damage, though. Seacomb Crows, we'll just play that out. And we'll do a little tap there on the head. Remind our opponent we're still here. Then we'll go back to the chapel. Back to the chapel we go. Worship is a pretty powerful card. If there was one person that I would throw this deck towards after playing it, even though we have it off the MTG Legacy, not Legacy, Salvation, I would throw it over to Saffron Olive. He's a big fan of Troll Worship, and this is feeling a little more powerful than Troll Worship to some extent. You're playing Modern Mill tonight, Russ? Is that like some guilty pleasure? You're like, alright, chat. I went top 8'd and to celebrate Modern Mill. It's the guilty pleasure. Gonna get people, but that seems amazing. Oh my gosh. I see that list there. Our opponent plays Grafdigger's Cage. Okay. Does 0 to us. Does 0 to us. We'll continue to draw cards we can't do anything with. We have the slowest of clocks here, but we're okay with that. The slowest of clocks. Our opponent has the biggest of creatures. The biggest. Oh my gosh. Suit it up. Put it on something. I want to see how big it is. Yeah. Nice. Alright, we have a path now. Path is good. Another protection against the Ink Moths. The Ink Moths of the world. I think we're just going to F6 to our opponent. For the most part. I don't think there's too much they can do. We'll steal Overseer. We'll F6. Let's speed this game up. Detention Sphere. Is there anything over there we care about at the moment? I don't think so. I don't think we actually want to show that we have a Detention Sphere. We could de-sphere the Steel Overseers, but I think if they destroy Worship at any point, we just die. So let's not have that happen. Signal Pest. Alright, our opponent knows what's up here. They gotta find some answer. We'll play our Misty out. We don't wanna trigger any of those. Okay. What is this? Okay. They don't have some sort of main deck thing for worship, right? Oh, that's good. Now we can take care of the other 3 ink moths, which is good. Which is good. Am I running Gavany? Nope, I do not. Although Gavany sounds like it's a pretty good card to run in this. We're a little pinched for the colors. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. The dream. Here we go. Yes. Put that counter on there. Let's get this clock going. Yeah. When you got the worship lockdown line. Little climbing up to the tower. Little climb to the tower. Who needs Gavany when we have this? The Winged Temple of the Winged Temple of O. The Temple of O. Oh, yes. Little extra exalted love. Trigger? Entering combat? Yes, please. Oh, I want this to flip so bad. What can I get to? Well, all the exalted. I want to flip it. Opponent, let us flip. Let us flip. No! We didn't get to flip, chat. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, chat. Alright. So they're probably, if they have anything for an enchantment, they will bring it in. What would Affinity have for an enchantment? By the way, Stony Sun's never showing up. Who needs Stony Sun? They must have something for an enchantment. What does Affinity run for enchantments, chat? What do they got over there? Or do they just not care about like ley lines and stony silences and just try to get through them? Is that what they do? Help me out, chat. What does an Affinity player do here? Wear and tear? Oh, okay, wear and tear is a thing. That's fair. That's fair. Probably what, 2 of those sideboard? 2, maybe a third. I could see that. I mean, they kind of have all the colors, right? Engineer Explosive is going to be very hard for them to get to 4. Wear and Tear is more possible. List has 1? Okay. Do we worry about bringing in an extra Spell Queller here then? I don't think Nissa's going to do a whole lot. Let's get rid of Nissa for 1 more Spell Queller. Just in case we need a little more protection here. I think D-Sphere was going to be good. We need the Geist and Invisible Stalkers because they're our hexproof. Yeah, that's true. They're all over the place. Alright, we're going to go with this. I think Tamiyo could be useful. Instant keep. Instant keep, chat. Instant keep. Woo! Alright, we'll go get a Hallowed Fountain because we have the Botanical Sanctum. We just got to get to 4 mana, so that's going to be the trick here. We do get to draw, so we'll see if that plays in. Alright. Step 1, draw 1 land. Step 2, draw another land. Come on, deck. This looks like a real slow draw for our opponent. So we got a Breeding Pool. We still need, we'll get a Hallowed Fountain here. Looks like a slower draw for our opponent, which is good for us. There we go, chat. There we go. Little Invisible Stalker here. Can we do this, chat? Can we do this? Is this the hand to do it? Path is good. Path keeps us on board here. Ooh, what are you doing here? Uh-oh, now we're drawing too many lands. Too many lands. Maybe the Mirren Crusader? Geist of St. Trapped? I guess we'll try Geist here. Mirren's kind of weird because it doesn't really get through them too much. Go ahead and get in for a one pesky damage here. I guess they could have a counter spell too, right? Some affinity lists run counters. We might want to wait until this is tapped down. Oh, getting counters. All right. Are we racing Etched Champion? Is that what we're doing here? That might be what we're doing here. That doesn't feel very good. Doesn't feel very good. Maybe we'll need to path this thing. May need to path this thing. This has protection from all colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have a way to get rid of the artifacts. This is going to be a... This feels real bad here. Okay, he's going to power these up again. Ooh, going to get hit for 7 here? That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Leaves Etched Champion back. Alright. 16. Ooh. Ooh, if there was a card that would bait out a counter, it would definitely be Stony Silence. Stony Silence. That means we don't have to worry about this activating anymore. 1, 2, which means we can play out like Breeding Pool here and leave Path up. We don't get a creature down, but creatures aren't getting through this. Let's go ahead and play a Stony Silence and see what our opponent's reaction is to this. This feels pretty good. Kind of really shuts down them activating Blink Moths pretty quickly as well here. That's good. We'll play Seachrome Croast tapped. I think we just have to get in for 1 again here. I think we're okay at the moment. They don't have colored mana now, so we'll be able to get Worship down pretty safely. They have colored mana again, because, you know, it's affinity. Having Path open, though, is not too bad here. Not that we want to give them... a land, per se. But I think if there was a land we would give them... Let's see here. Let's go ahead and path something here, I think. Or do we wait? We wait. These can be activated. Nothing's going to block here this turn. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take 10. 10, they already played a land. They tap this to do stuff because they can't do much else. I like this. I like this line here. I like this line here, chat. Let's go ahead and bring this in untapped, and let's leave Path open. Our life total doesn't matter anymore, and let's jam in. Let's return the favor. Let's return the favor of damage to our opponent. All right, look at this. I almost won a third worship. Worship's been almost too good. I think drop Nissa, bringing an extra worship might be worth a consideration here. All right, we go to 3 here. They're gonna leave some blockers. That's fine. Maybe we can overwhelm them with creatures. There's an Arcbound Ravager. It's a bit frustrating. Sword of Body and Mind. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's hook it up. Oh, ha! Ah! Ah! Ha, ha, ha. Just want to show off our equipment. Note to self: bring in Stony Silence, take out swords. Good job. Yeah. This guy here is holding the sword. He's just like, nope. This guy, this fist here, he grabbed it. This is his arm right here. He's like, nope, I'm holding it. Can't have it. No equipment. Sorry. Ooh, Spell Queller's good. All right, at this point, we got a 10-turn clock. It's kind of slow. It's kind of boring. But I like having the Spell Queller. We can block an Ink Moth here. And if they go all ham sauce and trying to make this Ink Moth work, we can path. Alright, so Ink Moth gets in for 1 here. I don't see a reason to go crazy on this. Okay. Haha, that's silly. Block and it bounces over, so we don't want to do that. That's silly. We'll take her 1 damage. We'll play our Fledged Strand out. So we have Path with Spell Queller back up here. I don't see how our Invisible Stalker loses. We're actually 1 point ahead of our opponent in terms of the ink wars here. Ooh. Double ink. All right. We may fire off Path here. I think I want to fire off Path here. Let's do it. Path. Pew. Gives our opponent a little more mana to play with. Not necessarily what we like, but this is working when it shouldn't, and it's hilarious. I'm glad you're finding it hilarious. I am too. This is great. Worship is a great card. Put this to the bottom. We'll draw another Serum Visions. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. No, we want to leave Spell Queller up here. Spell Queller is blocking against Ink Moth, and it also prevents like a Wear and Tear or something ridiculous here. Brett K, yes, it was Russ's list. Russ is doing the same list from December 6th that Columbus open. Was it an open? So the list there is the same one that he ran. So it's the one with Piaz, double walking, double abrade. The rest is pretty stock. I think he had Koth in there too. Yeah, no, it's a good list. It's a good list. We like Russ. He's showing off the deck for sure. All right, Serum Visions again. Got another Geist. Secondary Stony is actually not too bad. Go ahead and put the Stony on top. I think that's fine. I think another Stony Silence is not bad to be redundant. We'd prefer maybe a secondary Worship. It's a little more protection, but we have the Spell Queller, so I think we're okay here. Signal Pest is a bit of a problem. We may flash in and kill Ink Moth here. If we do that, we actually get in double damage here. So let's do this. Let's do this. I feel safe doing this. I feel safe doing this. Yeah, Hans, I agree. Seeing Signal Pest, I totally agree. I'm gonna block. Gobble gobble. And now we just doubled up our clock here. Sort of. Actually, Blink Moth can block Spell Queller. We'll see if they do, though. We'll go ahead and play our Stony Silence. Make sure things are real tight here. All right. Let's see here. If I can play Geist after combat here, and we can get in with everything and really put the pressure on our opponent and get rid of maybe an Ink Moth here. Let's do it. Now our opponent's like, oh, hold on. All right, they get to activate one of these Blink Moths. They get to block something, probably an Angel to take the least amount of damage. They're going to block Etch Champion here and take 2. That's fine because they'll play a secondary Geist and I believe present lethal. They'll have to, I don't know what they'll have to do. Let's just say it's going to be good. You got it, opponent. Buy token. Alright, and we get to play our other Geist out here. We'll just hope they have no way to get rid of Worship here. There's an Ink Moth. Ink Moth's fine to see. I feel like they would have gotten rid of Worship by now, so the Ink Moth was off the top. He's a Noble. Mither, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Appreciate you, man. Hey there. How you doing? Sonic.
I remember I had a gift card.
You had a gift card. How old's the gift card?
Hey, free food! Like 6 months.
Let's see here. Does Noble do anything here? They block. They can activate and block. We attack in. Noble. Noble makes it a 2-turn clock anyway. We'll just play the Noble and get a 2-turn clock in. I think it's 2 turns either way. I'll just do this. Stony can't, or top deck cranial plating doesn't work because of Stony silent. So I think we got this, chat. I think we got it. What do you think? What do you think, chat? Uh-oh. Woo! 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 Chat. 3-0 in our little friendly league here with Invisible Menace. Invisible Menace. If you want to see the deck list, here it is. It's created by Ardilla Cody. Woo! Second list there. The first one's first one I kept there. We beat Boggles when Boggles gained over 100 life. We've beaten Affinity, and what was our other matchup? We beat oh crap! What was our other matchup? What was the second one? Oh, not this. What was this? View. Oh, Spirits. It was yeah. It was the Esper Spirits. That's what it was. Esper Spirits. I like Rancor and Mirrors in the sideboard. Or Rancor main. I can see a little bit of Rancor, but now you're tending a little more towards the Boggles. Mirren in the main has been actually a winner a couple games, so I would keep Mirren in the main. Yeah, the other deck was Esper Spirits. Other deck was Esper Spirits. I have a soft spot for Bant colors. I was a big Resto Thragtusk player. I always wanted to play Geist. Actually, I never played a competitive deck with Geist in it, ironically. Even though I wanted to. I like these colors. I like Ley Lines. Ley Lines are pretty sweet. Detention Sphere is a very powerful card. We got a little spice with the new lands too. A little spice here. Winged Temple of Orazca, I guess. And Hadana's Climb. So this is the other reason I picked this one up for this Monday, because it's got a little bit of the new stuff here. Increasing Savagery. I know what deck you're talking about, Zale. I know what deck you're talking about. Let's bring him back a little bit of the good old Innistrad days here. A little bit of both. Good old Pike. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh. Yeah, Nissa here feels like a fun card. I think I'd trade her out for another Worship, but Tamiyo's been solid so far. Tamiyo's been able to remove creatures so Mirren can get through, can tap down Aether Vials and other things. It can't do lands. And then if you're already kind of in a winning position but you haven't locked up the game, you can swing with like 2 Invisible Stalkers or Mirren and Invisible Stalker, and then they deal combat damage. You get cards. Mirren Crusader gets double the amount of cards. It's all really good. I'm liking Tamiyo a little more. I forgot what I took out. Let's see here. Let me glance at the original list here. I took 2 things out. Oh, they played... No. Where's the version history? Alright, let's see here. Okay. On to game 4, or match 4 here. We're 3-0. I'm trying to see what changed. They added... Got some revision history in here. They added birds, botanical, the switch. They went down to Mirror Crusader, it looks like. They went back up. I don't know. Alright, we're going to keep this. Little draw, little counter, little creature. We are on the draw. We'll see how we do here. Let's see how we do here, chap. Oh. Alright, a black deck. Thoughtseize us. Go, opponent. Ooh, no Thoughtseize. Okay. Oh. That's what we're going to do, chat. I don't play Serum Visions too much. Last time I played Serum Visions was in Rug Escape Shift. The dream here if we're against a control player. We will put, let's see here, this on the bottom, and we'll actually take our gift here. I'll take our gift and see if the gift can bring us wonderful gifts here. Shivan Reef, that doesn't look good for us. This looks like Storm. Storm is a bit of a problem for us. Opt. Opt off. Alright, so we knew we were drawing that. Let's keep the Bant stuff from our opponent for a turn, I think. Let's get the Stalker out here. Invisible of Stalkers. Just Spell Queller the Past in Flames. Yeah, that sounds solid. Russ is on point here. Although they're playing Polluted Deltas, makes me think they're nope, they're definitely that. Alright, so the question is, can we play a climb here? Or do we have to leave up a Spell Queller here? They're at 4, they'll be at a 5th card. I think we have to just pass, don't we? This isn't gonna get us there fast enough. We have to pass in case they go off and get the Past in Flames. Leave it up or die, Mither. I agree. I want to, because then it starts ticking up, but I think we gotta wait. Just lost to a knight that attacked under a bridge, then became a 22/22. Oh my gosh. Gigantic. Alright. Hey, ask the wife to turn down the TV just 1 or 2 notches. I was watching the feedback on the mic. It's much feedbacks. Hopefully they don't have a remand. That kind of makes the Spell Queller a little bit rough here, but I think we gotta try for it. Alright, so our opponent is, I guess, thinking. I'm guessing they have the Polluted Deltas because they can't afford the... What's that card? Can't afford the Scalding Tarns, maybe? That's a distinct possibility. Alright, good night, Subversion. You take care, man. Sleep well. So the real big question here, chat, is, are we enjoying this Bant Boggle equipment Planeswalker thing? Are we enjoying ourselves? I think so. This has got some pretty cool things, and for all those Pyro Prison lovers out there, it does have a touch of a lock piece. Alright, we're going to hope that they don't have Remand here, or if they do have Remand, maybe they tap in such a way that we're not like going to die here. So we'll see. They're playing everything, though. Here we go. Past in Flames. Gifts ungiven. I think we're okay so far. We'll let the gifts resolve. I think the trick here is to throw the Past in Flames that they're probably going to get into the graveyard because it costs more. And try to give them so that they have just enough to maybe like Remand, but then they can't play like the Desperate Ritual Pyretics that they have in the graveyard. So we're going to make the assumption they have a Remand and something else in hand. We're going to hope it's not a Pyretic. Alright, so they have Grape Shot, Pyretic, Manamorphose. We're assuming we have one Remand and something else in hand. So Past in Flames has to go to the bin. I think we have to actually give them Pyretic Ritual to the bin here. And that way the Manamorphose only gives them 2 mana here instead of 3. And then if they have another Manamorphose, and then we just hope they don't draw into something, and then or they could try Grape Shot Remand. These are options. So we'll give them the minimum amount of mana, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with this. They have plenty to Remand and do more. So we're going to get rid of Pyretic and give them Manamorphose. So they have Manamorphose and Grape Shot in hand. Trying to give them the least amount of mana, although they could draw into something, obviously. But give them the least there, and maybe try to bait off some sort of Grape Shot, Remand, Grape Shot shenanigans. Alright, they play the Manamorphose. Past in Flames is still in the bin here. Past in Flames is 4 technically with Baral, so they could do it here. They get their land for the turn. Manamorphose again, so they either drew that or had one in hand. They're at 5 mana here. Manamorphose again, okay. Their storm count is 7. They could attempt to just do 2 more things in Grape Shot and Remand. Alright, Grape Shot, we have to let the first Grape Shot go. If they attempt to Remand here, we spell quello the Remand. We're not dead yet. Not dead yet, it's close though. It's close and we're looking a little wary here. Okay. Past in Flames, holding up Remand. I would do it. Then they could Grape Shot us for sure. So if their final card, one of them is a Remand, they've got us, I think. But if they have Grape Shot and Remand here. Alright, Past in Flames. So we're going to go for it here. Spell Queller. We have to. We have to try it. They have a Remand here? Yep. Alright. At this point, they've got it, so we'll go ahead and concede here. They got it. Alright, let's begin sideboarding. Rest in Peace isn't going to be too bad, and neither is Relic. A couple ley lines are actually not too bad either. I don't know if we need all the ley lines. D-Spheres are also not too bad to get rid of Baral. Path is fine to get rid of Baral. D-Sphere is good. It also gets rid of all the goblins in the event that they go empty the Warren's plan. I think we might want all ley lines. Kind of try to fit these 8 in. Alright, so Tamiyo and Nissa are probably too slow. Worship's probably fine here, although they can wipe away or do some weird stuff with that. So that's going to be a bit awkward. I think actually we're going to go down the sword package here. Although I like the idea of the sword package, I don't want to mill them. I'm not going to gain too much life from them. And dealing 2 damage isn't going to do much. So I think it's going to be these 8 out and these 8 in. That is my guess. We'll leave the climb in and the counters in the event that we can stick something after they do some weird mega whatever. I think that's our best shot though. That would be my guess. This one's a tough one. Tough one. I think though if we get Rest in Peace or Relic, it's going to really help us out. They may then go wide with Empty the Warrens. Sweet. Alright. We're going to keep this. This is everything. Everything and everything we want. Go ahead and do... Let's do a Hallowed Fountain untapped here. And get a Serum Visions going. We draw Seek Home, and we don't need any of this. So we'll bottom and bottom. And we'll pass turn. Alright, Rest in Peace is probably next. It does get protection from red. Just to the creature. All our creatures are hexproof. Well, except this guy. Alright, man. I can't imagine they have Spell Snare. Can't imagine. Don't have Spell Snare. We flip the table if they have Spell Snare. Nah, we wouldn't do that. Mirroring can be Grape Shot. That is true. That is true. So we're a little ways away from that happening. And there's the Electromancer. Alright. There's a D-Sphere. I think we actually go ahead and go for this D-Sphere here. Go ahead and get a basic. Come here. D-Sphere the Goblin away. That's good removal for the Goblin. Yes, I would like to use this ability. No, I would not like to use that ability. I do not want to remove their Goblin. Alright, so we're looking decent here. Let's Serum Visions first. See what we draw. Kind of if they want to counter this or something, that'd be fine. Play a Mirroring Crusader afterwards. Alright, we're gonna bottom both of these. I don't need more lands. You have plenty of lands. Alright, we'll play a Crusader out and pass the turn here. I'm gonna remand this, it looks like. There you go. Alright, we are at 14. We probably don't want to take any more damage here. Any gifts here? That's another reason to have ley lines in. Gifts ungiven. They're gonna go get 2 creatures here, I suppose. 2 creatures, a gifts, and like a Pass in Flames probably, or something like that. We'll bin both creatures. I don't need any crazy creatures. Lightning Bolt. Opt, remand, a Sleight of Hand. Let's see here. I don't really want them to have a Lightning Bolt. I don't think I want them to have a remand. So they have Opt and Sleight of Hand. These are fine cards. Alright, there's an Invisible Walker. So due to that, let's go ahead and get a Worship down while we have the opportunity. And we'll just hope they don't go off here. They have to really go for it here. If not, though, we have 2 chances to get Invisible Stalker down. There's the Opt. I feel pretty good about this. We'll see where they do. They put one on top. That's kind of annoying. Well, maybe it was another Opt. That's 2. They got to generate 14 here without Rest in Peace. We have weird problems though. They can like bounce and then just grape shot us and stuff. Alright, they get a Baral down. Baral, and they're going to have a Remand up. This is fine. We'll get an Invisible Stalker down. Yeah, I think Invisible Stalker is our best bet here. They can still wipe away the Worship, but they got to do a lot more to do that. We'll try to play a Noble Hierarch. They're welcome to remand a Noble Hierarch if they would like. Sweet. Alright. Alright, we've established our board here. Now we just need one turn to wipe away. We can't like Spell Queller, but we could Spell Queller and Echoing. That's a sleight of hand out of hand. Our opponent's got to play a little more fair this game, which is good. That's good. That's why we play the Rest in Peace. By the way, very beautiful art. Very beautiful. Manomorphose. Please don't just have a million rituals and just a wipe away and everything. Pyretic. I think the next plan here is to get a Crusader down. I don't think Spellqueller is going to do a whole lot here, unfortunately. So if we live, bolts our face, that's fine. Empty the Warrens, alright. Doesn't kill us. Makes lots of tokens. Gets in for 1. Alright. Well, our Mirrors don't get through anymore, necessarily. Spell Queller's maybe not too bad to have in the bin here. I guess we'll go ahead and just play a Mirran Crusader out here. We do have Spell Queller still up with Noble Hierarch, so we can still use it. They are welcome to punch our face in with everything if they would like. If they have the wipe away, they have the wipe away. We may just block one of these, actually. Just in case they have the wipe away. Yeah. No harm in blocking one, I don't think. Okay. They bolt Mirran Crusader. If they have it, they have it. They don't. Not yet. Not yet. Alright, let's see here. A ley line. Ley line, what's 2, 3, 4? What does ley line get us? We can't be gifted? That's kind of nice. Do we care about being gifted? I guess we can play the ley line here. The idea of being the ley line here is that in the event that they somehow, I don't know, bounce worship but can't like attack in or something, which is real rare. Spell Queller would be actually a faster clock by 1 damage. It may be worth just Spell Quellering some spell here soon. Couldn't say. Couldn't say. Well, I mean, no reason to block. Alright. Misty, we can't play Misty. I'm gonna play the Crusader out. And we'll get in for 2. Can it work, chat? Can it work? They're exactly 1 wipe away from ruining our day here. They're a wipe away. Manamorphose. I don't know. I don't think I want that going off anymore. You've had your fun. This is my spell. It's my spell. Gobble gobble. If they have a bolt, they can bolt it. That's fine. You're drawing way too much. You're drawing way too much, opponent. We get him for 3 now. Make it a 4-turn clock. It's better than 6 turns. If they would like to bolt our spell queller, they're welcome to. Well, that's not wipe away mana. There's Pyretic Ritual. You can't gifts now. Fast and Flames does nothing. First wipe away or whatever is getting rid of worship, and then they just kill us. So the faster clock's probably better here. Faster clock, chat. They're doing something. Fast and Flames. Okay. Okay. What? They're digging for a bounce now? No. They're just gonna grape shot our board away as best as they can. It's silly. Well, okay, they shut down the speed here because they're gonna get rid of a couple cards here. They can get rid of exactly all of our creatures. Secondary worship would be very important here. They get to draw now. Mad respects for our opponent here, sticking with us here. They get to dig. They get wipe away. There's an opt. They're getting to look through a lot of cards here. Put a card on bottom, drew. Pieces of the puzzle. They have an Echoing Truth. Oh, why do they have Echoing Truth? Dang it. Dang it. We're pretty sure they had wipe away, not Echoing Truth. Alright, so they found it. Alright, so Storm beats us out here. Storm beats us out. We would have needed... Not even a second worship worked really well for us. Alright, we're 3-1, chat. We're 3-1. Let's get that 4. Let's get that 4-1, chat. Let's get that 4-1. Oh. Yeah, I think they play... Maybe it was aggressive to do the spell queller when we did. Maybe it was. I feel like though I've seen split second the split second one wipe away a lot more, and so it wouldn't make sense to keep the counter. Wouldn't make sense to keep the counter unless we could chalice on 3. Oh, anyway, how's everybody's Monday doing? How's it going, chat? How you guys doing? How you doing? Let's see here. So I guess we could have played around the Echoing Truth version. Just accepted the split second one. Wipe away. Oh well. Alright, here I think we're going to keep this. We have a bunch of draw that we can do. We probably want to just play the Hallowed Fountain out because we do need double white for some stuff. So we'll see how this plays out. Oh my gosh. Alright. Let's go, Tron. Sword of Fire and Ice is actually not too bad to have. We'll let's put the land to the bottom here, and we'll put the Sword of Fire and Ice to the top. We're probably going to play Invisible Stalker and then see where we're at, and we may leave Spell Queller up here. We're not even going to get to Spell Queller. Opponent Chalices. Alright, so it's good that we did what we did. They probably have Natural Tron. They may have a Natural Tron. Moon on turn 3 is not as good. You are correct. Moon on 3 is not as good. Alright, so let's just hope they didn't have Tron here. Alright, this is a good sign. We can leave Spell Queller up here, which is probably what we want to do, even though I'd like to get Sword of Fire and Ice down. These are dead cards over here, so we're working with these. They have Tron. I think we just have to leave Spell Queller up. I hate to. They have Tron. I don't know what to do against Tron without Blood Moon, chat. Alright, we'll just pass to our opponent. We want to be the faster clock, but I think we just gotta sit tight for one turn here. Except Big Daddy Karn here. Chalice on 2. Okay. That only hits 4 cards in our deck. Reality Smasher. No, thank you. We'll get the planes. Gobble gobble. Just ignore that it's a 5-mana spell and I played a Spell Queller. Ignore that. It's okay, chat. It's okay, chat. It does nothing. It's beautiful. It does absolutely nothing. You're correct. It does literal nothing. Literal nothing, chat. Oh, how bad are we at this game? Kept Spell Queller, expected to counter Tron. Why is this card good? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, these are hexproof. It's a thing. Okay. Alright, Chalice on 1 and 2 is going to be a little bit of a pain for us. Willamog? Walking Ballista on 5. Okay. That's the thing. That is a thing. We just die, don't we? Let's go ahead and play a sword for the funds. For the funsies. They just hit us for 5? I think we just lose. They just beef this up, right? They kill us. The ley line looks like it's okay against a Walking Ballista. Tron's going to be a very hard matchup, I think. Yeah, Walking Ballista, what are you doing over there? Alright. Tron's going to be a tough matchup for us. What do we do against Tron here? Goodness. Goodness, how do decks handle Tron? Oh, goodness. What do we think, chat? Tron's too quick. It's too quick for us. I guess Tamio's fine. This is not very good here. What, D-Sphere maybe? I don't know. Need the D-Spheres for the Karns and stuff. Ley lines and Pride Mages? much is that? That's 8 cards coming? We leave a climb in? Maybe these? Maybe? Leyline doesn't seem very good. Pull Leyline out for a climb. Maybe Stony Silence is better? I think a Stony Silence might be better than a Leyline here. Ooh. Ugh. Alright. I'm gonna submit this. I think. Leyline's okay against like Thought Knots. They did show that they were more Eldrazi like. Ugh. Alright. See where it takes us, chat. It does counter the Thought Knot trigger. You're correct, huge elf boy. You're correct. Might have been better to have a couple more of those in. Stony Silence shuts down Walking Ballista, shooting us to the face. It's not like we have Ensnaring Bridge, though. Chat. I don't know. Don't know what the answer is. I don't think we need another Invisible Stalker, so we'll skip out on one of those guys here. Expedition map. Let's see what we draw. The Climb. Stony's great versus them. Well, I'm glad we brought it in. We're gonna get a climb down. I'm gonna start climbing the ropes here. Or the stairs. Climb the stairs. And just understand that they're gonna have Tron. We're gonna understand they have Tron, so we're gonna go for it here. Alright, they have Tron. Maybe if they Karn, they just ignore a climb and let us have some fun here. I don't feel very good about this, chat. Yeah, always yield. Yeah, look at that. Look at that little invisible stalker there. Toot toot. I don't know if Tron's a very good matchup for this deck. So when Boggles plays Tron, Boggles has like the lifelinking, and we just lack the ability to stabilize lifelink wise. Who knows though? Ooh, Matter Reshaper. Thought Knot. Walking Ballista. Okay. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Ooh. Ooh, hello there, Tamio. Hello there, sweet cakes. I think we hold Tamio for a turn. Because then we can draw cards with her a little bit better. Let's go ahead and hold Tamio for one turn. Let's get down a Quasari Pride Mage. And another Invisible Stalker. And then we can draw 2 off Tamio's plus. 2 cards. Okay, we're going to trigger this on Invisible Stalker here. We're trying to get this to flip if we can. We're going to get to hit for 4. I mean, it's pretty good, right? Walking Ballista gets huge and gets to shoot us. We're looking for maybe a Worship off the top. Stony wouldn't be bad off the top either for Walking Ballista. They can pump it once right now. Twice, once. Oh boy. Oh boy. Reality Smasher? Oh boy. Oh boy, chat. Pump Ballista once. Hit for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Put us to 1. They're gonna put us to 1? They could put us to 1. I can't fetch anymore. Well, I don't think Tamio does anything here. This does this. Becomes 4, becomes 5. Boost. We can leave things tapped, but they just activate. Alright, so I think we're just dead on board. But we're going to have a little fun here with how we go out here, chat. Gonna plop a counter here. Does this flip? Let's see. It has 3. Oh, we flipped it. We flipped it, chat. So this is 4, 5. That would make it 10 versus 4, 5, 6, 7. What is this? Target creature you control gains flying. Gets +X until end of turn. So this would be 8, 9, 10, 11. Be 11 damage. Bummer. That's a bummer. Dang, that's a lot of damage, by the way. This card, you power that out. It's 11 damage. But no, we have no way to kill Reality Smasher quick enough. Walking Ballista. GG's. GG's. The climb was not enough. Yeah, we could kill something now. Nothing's an artifact, right? Oh, we could. Oh, yes. Oh, hold on. Hold on, chat. Oh, yeah. Our opponent. I beat Scapeshift. Nice, Russ. Nice. Alright, our opponent's got it. We'll concede to our opponent. GG's. GG's. We went 3 and 2. That's not too bad for Mayhem Monday. Mayhem Monday deck. Little 3-2. We'll take a look at the deck we were just playing here. It is a deck called Invisible Menace by Ardilla Cody. Over there on MTG Salvations. MTG Salvations. If you're curious about the deck list, there it is. Thoughts. Worship's really good. Nissa, we saw once and she died too quickly. She's probably for the more grindier matchups, but I don't think it's necessary, and I'd actually drop her for maybe an extra worship. Spell Queller seemed to be fine, although it may be worth doing maybe 1 or 2 less for maybe like Remand, Mana Leaks, or something a little more hard counter-like, and a little closer to the 2 slot. We do have this weird gap from 1 to 3 as well. Hidana's Climb never really showed us the power until that last game, and although we did lose, the difference between losing and winning could have been just an extra exalted creature, which could have been just this Noble Hierarch. Exalted triggers work really nicely. However, I don't think there's too many exalted type creatures other than Noble Hierarch that we'd want to be playing necessarily. So that's something. Swords were excellent. We enjoyed the swords for sure. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I enjoyed it. I don't know what you guys thought. So quick one for the chat. This is our modern Mayhem Monday deck. Would you like to see it reran? Or would you like to see some Pyro Prison to finish off the night? Or would you like to see a brew that I did that made kind of second place to this deck for modern Mayhem Monday here? What do you want, chat? What do you want? I did have a second list, but after I saw this one on, I think it was Sunday, I thought, why not? Let's play this over the thing that I created, which is just some monstrosity. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Any takers? Any takers? We could play some Qs with this too. A couple Qs. I'm gonna throw myself into a queue while we wait for a response from our lovely chat here. What is that, your deck? My deck was awful. Let's see here. Where did I put it? Alright, so my deck didn't even have a complete sideboard. This was the deck that came in second, or was really just my brew that I was trying to come up with, since I hadn't decided how I was going to do Mondays. So what is this deck trying to do? It's Cavern Souls, Nykthos, Plains, White Devotion. You'll notice one key card here, Painter's Servant, and another key card here, Iona, Shield of Emeria. And the gist is that you're actually trying to either do the Painter's Servant Emeria combo, where you just lock them out from playing spells, or the other thing here is Mirror Crusader and Devote Lightcaster have protection from black, and so you actually would name something like black with Painter's Servant and try to either exile some stuff, because this exiles black, or get in for lots of damage. That was the theory behind it. You have Spectre Ward to protect Painter's Servant as well, because Painter's Servant can take just about every removal in the format. And you try to get out one of these using Thalia's Lancers as a tutor if needed. Ley Lines usually protect you, a little protection with Restoration on creatures, or you blink Knights or anything. That was my deck. We could definitely do something like this. Or we can run a little more of the Invisible Menace. What do you think, Hansa, since you spoke up? What do you think? I'll ask you which one you'd like to see. If it's not the Invisible Menace, I will need to return the cards to Mana Traders. Went ahead and got that so I could take some deck submissions from you guys. We're not going to do any other deck submissions today, but I'm certainly welcome to look at some decks for another time. You think you saw a similar deck before? Possibly, possibly. There is a White Devotion one that does Thalia's Lancers to get things out, and we decided to pivot it slightly to have protection from black spells and Painter's Servant to try to use it as a fun way to try to get exiling some cards, doing some weird shenanigans. Not super competitive, I will say, and admit to that. So it's either something like this, run a little more Invisible Menace, or we can run some Pyro Prison to celebrate Russ's top eight in the SCG. What was it? Classic? I think it was a classic. What do you want? What do you want? While we do that, let me get my wish list set up. I think this is good to return. It should be good to return, even though some of these are... Let me make sure this is set up to return. But what do you want to see? Let's remove these four. Or... for some reason it gets goofy sometimes. I don't have any of the swords. Swords aren't actually too expensive online. Alright, so that's set, so when I need to return them, we're good there. I'm going to sleep, so it's up to you what you want to play. Here it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Alright, man, you take it easy then. In that case, then, we're going to run... we'll keep running our deck here. The Invisible Menace. We won't return it in just yet. Let's play a couple cues with it. Play a couple cues with it. Let's get in here. Let's find this Axel Folly. A little bit of Invisible Menace here, and see how we can continue playing the deck here. Whoa, get over here. 3-2 is not too bad in a friendly for taking the deck the first time around. Not too bad here. We'll play this in a couple cues, and then we may play some Pyro Prison to close the night out. We'll see. We will see. This is a rather slow hand with no creatures. Rather slow hand with 0 creatures. We're gonna mulligan this. This time I just found one online. I guess we'll keep this and try to draw into something. We'll put that on top. That's fine. But I will probably in the future allow chat to just kind of submit things, and then I might pick one. Pick one at a bit random. If you have a deck or two that you want, you can just message it to me and I'll just kind of keep them up in tabs or something. I think that'll be not the easiest way for me to manage them, but at least if I see a deck that interests me, I'll leave it up after the stream or save it. Otherwise, I'll just like kind of exit the tab. But that's probably how I would do it. If we hit our follower goal, someone's guaranteed for me to play their deck, if that's the prize that they choose if they win. So that's something that could certainly happen. By the way, Zale, on the stream, it's really easy to read your text because it's like a purple, but in both of my windows, it's like super hard to read because it's like blue. Badly brewing a deck that foes off getting of the trials. Okay. What do you mean by foes off? Are you running into a lot of Gideon of the Trials decks? Alright, we'll play our Noble out here and pass the turn. That goes off Gideon of the Trials plus pack cards? Okay. Are you just trying to play all the pack cards because you can't lose the game? With a Gideon of the Trials? Could be interesting. Alright, our opponent collective brutalities. Oh, it's a Vengevine deck. Okay. Takes the path. It's a Vengevine deck. That's going to be interesting. We'll play a Hallowed Fountain tapped. That kind of is interesting. Although, how are you trying to win? Are the packed cards making you win? You got to get down good old. Oh gosh, it's Death Shadow. They cast Death Shadow just to get Vengevines out. Oh boy. Well, we're dead. Alright. I mean, I guess we're not dead, right? 4-5. I think we're dead. We'll draw a card here. Getting beat down, Pact of the Titan. You got a list? You got a list? Alright, Rest in Peace and Relic are coming in here. Detention Sphere might come in here. Ley Lines could be good too, depending on if they have Thoughtseizes. Although we didn't see anything. This is again coming out, I think. Swords may not be fast enough. What we'll do here is we'll keep the green one in and get rid of 2 swords. And let's get rid of maybe 1 Spell Queller here and bring these 4 cards in. If we live to see the next game and they have a Thoughtseize, Ley Lines will come in. Pact of the Titan. the red pact that sees 0 play. Interesting. What colors is this deck primarily? Your packs, you don't need mana. What colors? One thing I'm thinking of that you could run is you could play red white Gideon Pact Madcap, and then you can get you don't play the Imperium. You play you essentially play Platinum Angel, but I like to play first. I might be going a little deep on that though. Do we just lose Noble Hierarch and not get to play anything? Probably. We'll keep. White, black, X. Okay. White, black, X. So are you using like Thoughtseizes and discards then? Is that the idea? I guess what happens if you don't Gideon? There's a Faithless Looting. Thinking of Demonic Pact too. The Pact Gideon, is that the name of this deck? Even if you don't have a cleaned up list, like if you just throw it onto like, I don't know, some deck list site and just, even if you have like 80 cards, I'd look at it. Alright. You hit one that I don't know. You hit one that I don't know. Instant end the turn. Discard down to their maximum hand size. Damage wears off. Pact of the Gideon Watch. Pact of the Gideon Watch. I like it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do a Steel Shaper here. Because we did keep in a... we did keep in one. We don't need the second Steel Shaper, unfortunately. But this will help get blockers if we need them. Glorious End. This is very interesting. Trying to think of ways to keep your Gideon alive if they start going after it with like damage. Because if you can keep your Gideon alive in some aspect, then you could theoretically, I don't know. Top 8 multiple PTQs with this brew. Oh gosh. What is the standard? Okay. Glorybringer, the Gear Hulk. The Gear Hulk's pretty sweet. Gideon of the Trials, Chandra, Nahiri. I mean, that's one thing you could do, is you could just do red white. Nahiri. Get out an Emrakul. Literally play red white prison almost, but just a completely different variation of it. What's privileged? Isn't it privileged procession or something? Man, I'm bad at spelling. Privileged position. They get an instant or sorcery. That's fine. So you could play privileged position, right? Like that card. Permanents you control have hexproof. And with the new rules, by the way, our blue mana has been completely munched. I guess with the like Planeswalker rule, right? Is that an effect? I don't know, because the Magic Online's kind of goofy about it. That you have to target Planeswalkers. You don't target and redirect. If that's the case, then you could just play that out because it's white, and your Gideon's now got what, Shroud, or it has hexproof, and so then it's impossible to kill without attacking it. And then if you just like played Ensnaring Bridge, Ensnaring Bridge is kind of against what you want to be doing, but if you play a removal or something, it'd be very hard to kill, especially if it ticks up a bunch, right? Gideon of the Trials can tick up, right? Yeah, +1, prevent all damage. So you just prevent the damage of the creature that's gonna like punch you in the face. By the way, so this is on Reddit. Someone was talking about, hey, if you draw the wrong side of your deck, you lose. And we're making a comment about our deck, the Pyro Prison one that Russ played. And here's a perfect example. Our opponent is literally drawing the wrong side of their deck, it appears, and just not getting what they need. Fatal Pushes are really funny against us. Fatal Push is pretty funny. We're going to get to mill them a whole bunch. This kind of feels like a really bad idea now that I'm thinking about it. Like super bad? Like, why are we doing this? Chat? Chat? Rest in peace off the top. That's not rest in peace. Alright. You know what? YOLO. Oh, we tapped too much mana. Got excited. Got excited. Maybe we'll just mill them out. It's always an option. Hope we don't hit like 14 Vengevines here. Don't hit 14 Vengevines. Yield. Make a creature. We get a blocker. Ooh. Another Vengevine's out there. Anger. Got past an anger. Whoa, Bushwhacker. Holy crap. What is this deck? Death Shadow? Street Wraith? Opponent Street Wraith. Which means we have a 2-turn clock. I'm okay with this. 3 Faithless Lootings in here. Vengevine's not very scary at the moment. Get a blocker. Spirit of the Wolf. Spirit of the Wolf. The Wolf Pack, chat. There's a Neonate. Doesn't do a whole lot for them. Doesn't do a whole lot. Death a Shadow. Incoming Vengevines. Blue mana would be great here. Blue mana would be great. Death Shadow's kind of big. We get to block 4 and then we get to block a big 8/8. Seems reasonable. Yeah, we'll block 4. Path is good. Blue mana is good. Blue mana, we actually might just take care of the Death Shadow, honestly. Okay, blue mana, blue, 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 blue. You're not blue. Well, he's pro-green. Pro-green's not bad. We'll attack in. We get another wolf. Put him on a 1-turn clock here. Death Shadow's gigantic now. Milled them a whole ton more. No more Vengevines. What do we get? Angler. Destructive Revelry. Russ with his 3-1, man. Get your 4-1. Get your 4-1, Russ. What you doing? What you doing in here? Get that 4-1. Do we potentially win? If they have a way to kill the wolf, we're kind of sad. Playing mill? You're playing mill? That's right, you're playing that crazy mill stuff. Okay. 1 creature down, they get a little boost here. We get to block a lot of this damage though. Sort of Body and Mind coming in handy here. We even gave them 2 Vengevines. We even assisted our opponent here. I should play mill on Monday. Monday mill? That doesn't sound like fun. It sounds like torture. If you have a deck list, go ahead and throw it my way. We already have Zale giving me Pact of the Gideon Watch or something, or Gideon Pact Watch or something. Whatever it was called. Alright, this looks good. Temur Battle Rage kills us. I think Temur Battle Rage is gonna always kill us though. We'll block here and we'll block here. Go ahead. Temur Battle Rage just smashes our face in. We actually killed this Vengevine. It's kind of cool. Go to 7. Win? Anger? Oh, Anger's gonna feel bad. Oh, needing blue mana. Blue mana. Blue mana. That was a gift. D-Sphere. Gobble gobble. Alright. Step 1. D-Sphere. Opponent can Faithless Looting, that's for sure. They have a Vengevine here too. It's kind of scary. So there's no reason to have Ley Lines, that's for sure. Oh gosh. Oh no. No! Our card. Creature. Okay. We'll play it in response in case they have to play something out. Then we gobble it up. Yeah, we'll gobble that up. And then they can edict it. This is a bad play. This is a bad play. What have we done? Oh my gosh. Ah, we're so bad at this game. We're so bad. It should have been end of turn. Oh, it should have been end of turn. Oh. Oh. We realized it after. I don't want to sacrifice this creature. Now they get a Vengevine too. Oh, we shouldn't have. We shouldn't be losing here. Oh, that was a real bad play, chat. We got a 1. What was the top? Oh no! All right. That's why we play though, to get better. To get better. All right, I'll look at this deck in just a second here. We'll get into our another game here. Another game with Invisible Menace here. Then I'm gonna probably check it in and we'll play a little bit of something else to end the night. Gideon, Chandra, Gideon Jura, Intervention Pack. Gain life, make Titans, Slaughter Pact, Anger the God, Glorious End. Chalice of the Void, Blood Moon. Alright. Alright, I see where you're going with that. Alright, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep this. I see where you're going with that. Interesting. There's Russ's mill deck. Alright. We're gonna try to draw into a land here. I guess I'll get blue-white here, just to be safe in case we draw into a... none of this we want. Put on bottom. I think I have to put this on bottom as well. I need the land. I need a bottom both. We're against Scred Red, it looks like. Oh man. It's sister deck to Pyro Prison. Here we go. Blood Moon. Ready? Should have fast job basic. Should have fast job basic. Oh man. It feels bad, chat. Feels bad, chat. Chandra, oh no, is this what it feels like, chat? Every time? It feels like this all the time? Alright, if we get a white and a blue, we're good. We need our white and our blue. We need it both. Oh no! Oh, it's bad. They're gonna play Storm Breath. Oh gosh! Help! Oh no. Oh no. There's an invisible stalker we can't play. We're gonna pitch a Serum Visions here. Alright, we gotta fetch carefully here. This must be what it feels like to be across Pyro Prison. Oh yes, this is nothing but Pyro Prison here. I have asked, Scred or Pyroprison, my mountain folk friend? Alright, ley lines are awkwardly bad. They're awkwardly bad. I know, right? I need to know. I need to know. And then I can ask, is it working for you? We don't mind gaining life, although they probably have Ensnaring Bridge. Protection from red's pretty good. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I may want to list. Our opponent's being really cool. Alright, let's see here. We'll get the 2 protection from reds. It's a little bit of both. I'm kind of worried. We'll get a D-Sphere in here, Nissa out, and probably Tamio out. Could use some Braid and Belcher. I'll suggest it. I'll suggest it. We'll assume that they have Ensnaring Bridges, so we'll bring in Pride Mage. Tamio's probably not very good here. Mirroring Crusader can get killed by a lot of stuff. We'll take one of those out, and we'll take a Gift out, and probably a Path. Maybe bring one Leyline in just for the funsies. Leyline's not very good. They have Chandra. Oh, of course I've spoken improper English. Alright, we're going to keep this mainly because Noble Hierarch will help fix our mana here against a turn 1 Blood Moon. We are in real upset state if they get some sort of, you know, sort of Chalice on 1. They don't get a Chalice on 1, turn 1 will be fine. Alright. Unfortunately, we don't have too many basics in the deck. We could path our own creature, though. That is a thing we can do. Alright, that's good there. Let's Serum Vision, see what we draw here. Spell Queller and a Plains. We're going to put bottom and we're going to top the Plains to be safe here. We can play out another Noble Hierarch. And we're going to get a basic island here and pass the turn. We may not get to necessary Path or Steel Shaper here, but we'll be happy with what we got here. Desperate into Blood Moon. Anger of the Gods. Alright. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Why do we draw a Noble? I put the Plains on top, didn't I? Oh, I shuffled after him. We're good at this game. Oh, we're good at this game. We're good at this game, chap. Yes. Look at the one that draws here. Lost to Affinity. Russ, why are you losing to Affinity? It's when you bring in the 6 angers from the board and three little scatter shocks. Shattering Sprees, not scatter shocks. Scatter shocks. Man, I hate to put any of these down and then not be able to do too much here against like a Chandra or something. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for that Chandra. I'm gonna wait for that Chandra to be played. Come on, Chandra, where are you? Where are you, sweetheart? There it comes. Something. Magus of the Moon. Well, actually, Go ahead and do this fun trick here. And path him. Let him get up to that 4 mana. Alright. Relic is not good here just yet. We need to hold the Spell Queller. Ugh. Alright, Russ, you take care. Guess who we're playing against? It's a little bit of the Sister Pyro Prison. That's a good draw. That's a good draw because we can Relic now. And we're going to probably draw with Relic, but we also can get, let's see here. We'll get the Plains, because that's important. And we'll actually get, I think we can actually go ahead and get a Pride Mage down and draw. The idea is we draw, we get to, we get a land, we can sword. Maybe? Yeah, they're playing the snow lands. We're seeing how it's due. No anger, please. I know, no anger. Or 1 anger, 1 abrade through. Needing sword down. Going to pop a relic. They said they took a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. So it makes me think they've got like a top end of Storm Breath. Maybe they've lost the angers. Not the angers, the ensnaring bridges, maybe? I don't know. Alright. Let's draw. Yeah. Okay. It's alright. It's alright, chat. It's alright. Sword, fire, and ice. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew. Uh-oh. What? You got me, opponent. Russ, it feels bad. Felt so bad. Oh, it felt bad. It felt so bad. Oh, don't be in anger. Okay, Bloodman's fine here. Bloodman's fine. Oh, it's awkward. Can't play any cards. It's so bad. So that's how it feels? Oh, I only have to ever tap 2. I get excited. Yeah, that boil wasn't very good for them. It wasn't very good for them. We get to draw a card here. Oh, natural. Natural draw. Oh. Oh. Natural island, and that's how it feels when they draw the natural island back. Oh, you see that? You see that top deck? Oh. All right, so our opponent has Boil of note. Staring at Pride Mage. Pride Mage, great. What's wrong with Pride Mage? What's wrong with Pride Mage? This is great too. It's great too because they have no way. Leyline seems still bad. I think I just want a different sword in here instead of this Leyline. I guess Leyline protects us in case they get a cough. Hedana's Climb is important against angers. I just don't feel like I care about Leyline. I mean, it protects us against Koth in the event that we get it, so it's like a third worship, sort of. Just gotta be very careful how we fetch. We know this matchup. I'm just gonna submit it back. I think a 1 Leyline is kind of a nice spike. It doesn't protect us from too much from them. But in case they do Koth, it's like an extra worship against Koth. Yeah. We fold to a turn 1. We fold to a turn 1 moon. I don't think we can worry about that though. This has everything we could want. Other than Fluffy. We're gonna keep this. Alright, they're mulling down. My boils are great, our opponents are not. I actually think we're going to lead on Flooded Strand and not Noble Hierarch. Yeah, we're totally doing this now. Totally doing this. Getting that basic, that basic, that basic, that basic. This is what our opponent does. Chalice on 1. Chalice on 1. Okay. That shuts down quite a few things for us, but we're not worried. Oh yeah. Draws amazing cards. Can't play amazing cards. Chalice. We could de-sphere the Chalice and then dump our hand and then get angered. Yes, angered. Rabblemaster. Alright, they look like they're all in on Rabblemaster, so we're going to get rid of Rabblemaster. De-sphere. They can anger us still. They can anger us and do this. We need something that puts this high enough. Alright. We've misplayed, chat. Gosh dang it. Should have been our white source. Clicked the wrong land. Clicked the wrong land. What is Chandra? Chandra's damage? Deal 2 damage, 2 loss of 2 life? I don't remember. We're gonna get hit for a lot here. It's gonna hurt. It shouldn't be here. Should have played on Mountain Plains. It's alright, chat. It's alright, chat. Don't worry about it. I think we just de-sphere Rabblemaster here. Followed up with a worship. Oh. It's like, what? It's grind sheets. Yeah, I think we just want to get rid of Rabblemaster here. Yes, please. Alright, what's cool about red opponents is they have 0 ways to get rid of enchantments. 0 ways. Now, the trick here is that we're going to need a climb, and we're going to need a climb to get this high enough. And that will be necessary. There's a Blood Moon. We're okay with this. We're completely okay with this. We're not going to play the other Invisible Stalker yet. Geist is a really good draw. We'll play Geist here. We'll play Geist. Mr. Geist. That changes the clock a lot. This will demand an anger if they have it. This will demand the anger if they have it. I don't know, Russ. Do we get this from them? Do we get this from them? Is worship too good? Simian Spirit. Oh boy. Spice. Absolute spice. It's nice to have creatures. Lots of creatures. Alright. Now we gotta just dodge angers and crazy stuff like that. It's gonna be close. Gonna be close. Spell Queller's really good. Spell Queller's real good. Real good. A little quell. A little quelling on the spell. If I get another D-sphere, wouldn't be bad either. Wouldn't be bad either. Okay. What do they got here? They got a Blood Moon. We're okay with that. Temple of the Gardens. Temple of the Gardens. Oh boy, chat. We're playing what we normally play. Playing against it. Can we beat it? Yep. That's all I really... Well, I have to read Chandra and make sure Chandra's interaction with worship is how I believe it should be. Alright, they whack us for 2. Good job. We're at 1. There's another island. Another island actually allows us to get down the climb if we get it. The climb is what we would like. She's damaged as well. It just doesn't target, so that's why Leyline works, but it is damage. Okay. Yeah, so we just care about anger and bonfires, which they probably have 1 bonfire. All right. Just draw all our natural. So here's the flaw, Russ. This you can't block. So here's the flaw: is that we can't, as Pyro Prison, sometimes close the game out. That's sometimes a flaw. 3-2. There's a Blood Moon. Opponent likes their Blood Moons. We understand that feeling. Understand that feeling. Ooh, Temple Garden. We're a little upset if they boil us. I think boil is about the only other thing we'd have to counter. We'd have to counter it because we don't have any more islands. That maybe is one reason to hold on to an island. Snaring Bridge. I think we have to let that one go for now. Mirroring Crusader. Do we get this down? Do we turn... With them Snaring Bridge out, I don't think this is going to get in. I don't think we can pull down the... Well, I guess if they anger... Let's do it. Let's do it. If they anger us here, then they anger us. But then they anger their own goblins away. Land? It's not like this guy's getting in. And braids. Alright. I guess they could have always done that to one of their goblins if needed. They can attack, then anger, and win. No, they can't. Anger is a sorcery speed. And there's absolutely no way you could do a board wipe and still deal the damage in order to kill me. Bonfire. This isn't good. This one has kind of an interesting interaction. It'd be interesting to see how this actually worked. But we're not going to find out here. We're not going to find out. Oh no! No, it's X is 5. Can't spell color. Now we need a hexproof creature like ASAP. Spell Queller. Bonfire pretty good. We'll block one of these. Why not? Alright, need a hexproof creature, please. Okay, relic. We're gonna run it into Chalice. I need a sword. Sword would work. Our sword would work. Naturally, you draw the sword. Hope this isn't like any of their Chandras or anything. Got one turn, boys. One turn. One turn. One turn. Oh, we had to spell Queller. We were dead. we were dead. One turn. No. Oh, no. No, it's not enough. Oh, it's not enough. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, we needed this earlier on Invisible Stalker. Oh, no. No. Let it be. Don't shoot it down. Don't do it. Shoot it with the chalice. Oh, we needed one more turn. One more turn with the climb. You can shoot it down twice. Dang it. Dang it. We need like a path for this. Path is voided. And just enough. Alright, Russ, you have a good night, man. You have a good night. Our opponent has it from us. Ugh. Ugh. I want to know what our next draw was. Let's see here. Oh, it was another spell queller. Oh, and a sword. Maybe run Prison in the League. Alright, Russ. You take care, man. Alright, let's play this deck again. This deck's fun. This deck's fun. It's a joy to play here. Alright, let's get another game in. Need more mana. I don't know. I don't think we keep this. We got a mulligan. Ugh. This isn't very good either. I think we mulligan this as well. Alright, we'll keep this and hope lands on top. Well, another noble. We'll take another noble, I suppose. Another noble. The noblest of nobles. Okay. Little curse catcher. I'm gonna go ahead and get, I think, green-blue here. Like a breeding pool. Because we can actually, with a land, get out Nissa, which could be fun. Could be fun. There's the Lord of the Atlantis. We do have the best sword for this matchup here in hand. This question is, can we get it down here? Geist. Well, unfortunately, I think we need to play the other noble here. Probably just pass the turn at this point. I think we're okay, and we're gonna get down probably what, Crusader here? It's probably the better one. Maybe draw 2 lands in a row, Crusader into Sword of Fire and Ice. They're gonna hit us for 6 here. And they do have Island Walk. This is looking pretty bad for us at the moment. Serum Visions. So I can play what? We could Serum Visions and hope to hit a land. Let's try that. We didn't hit a land. Now we die. Right? 369. Block 1. Yeah. Alright. Let's go to our next game. So the fish. Detention Sphere seems fine against them. Stony Silence could be good. I think Quasali Pride Mage might be a little bit better in this matchup. This sword is not very good. Body and Mind's maybe okay. Let's see here. Tamio seems good, and this is out again. Maybe one Spell Queller and one Geist, maybe? Let's try this. Let's try this. Mixture of interesting cards here. Would I like to play first? Yes, please. Wow. Doesn't do a whole lot. Alright, we'll keep this, knowing we're probably not doing a whole lot for a couple turns here. Alright, we're going to get probably Breeding Pool here, followed by the Hallowed Fountains. There's a Mutavault. There's an Aether Vial. With this hand I could stay off those. I could. That's true. Let's do Temple Garden in that respects. With that respectful note from Beats 316. Yeah, I don't really need islands. That's true. That is very true. Go ahead and play this. We're gonna go get probably a basic Plains and or another Temple Garden here. True, we can stay off the islands. That's a good note. Good note. Breeding Pool. So it's the green-blue Merfolk over there on the other side. Let's see what they do here. Aether Vial. Curse Catcher. Our opponent's, I think, trying to play around some counters here. We do have a counter. It's not coming down anytime soon. Alright, they choose not to do anything else here. Seems fine to us. We have double path. Not necessarily a bad thing. I think we get, what, a Temple Garden here? Maybe a Temple Garden? I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, Temple Garden's probably fine here. I don't think we have any need for the basics. We're doing pretty good about hitting no islands. At this point, we actually never have to play an island. We can just hold island lands. Probably play Seacombe Crowstout next. We have plenty of green. What do they got for us? I was gonna say, if it's a lord of any sorts, we'll probably Spell Queller it. What is this? What is this from our opponent? Blue. Blue colorless. Feels like they're paying into it. Oh, Silver Gill, Adept. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. I don't know, I guess we could care enough about this. Kind of shut them down on drawing cards. Seems like an okay spell color target. We have paths for the others. It's kind of interesting that they did this instead of Aether Violating it in. I sense they have a better thing to Aether Violin. Probably their lords. Yeah, that's a lord. No attack. Spell Queller, too big. Too big. Another Spell Queller is not necessarily a bad thing here. I think we'll go ahead and I think I just want to attack in here. I don't see any reason not to. Maybe bait an attack back. Drawing the next Spell Queller makes me think that it's fine to do what we just did. We'll see though. Aether Vial stays on 2. Botanical Sanctum, we know about that card. Aether Vial's in, can't do much about that. There's a lord. I think if they attack him, we'll try to pick off this lord here. No, but they've got something else. This is another one of these. I'll just oh, Spreading Seas. Okay. Now they get Island Walk. Not much we can do against that. They are down to 2 cards, so it may be time to do some pathing here. Try to take the least amount of damage here. Unpath this little lady. I think it's a lady. Yep. Path. I think I just want to path this lord as well. But I guess 2 damage isn't too bad. We'll just wait on it for right now. I think waiting on it for right now is fine. And we'll get him. We get to Spell Queller and Path next turn, which is kind of nice. Kind of nice. You draw a land. Alright, so they get in here. I think we could Spell Queller in, which isn't a bad idea to kill this master. So let's go ahead and offer that up. I think this is fine to do because then we can path. We can path in response to an Aether Vial here. We get rid of this sweetheart here. Ambushed. Nice. We still have path for maybe whatever big thing comes out here. Okay. Well, we get our spell queller back. Not much we're going to get to do there. Ah, that's cute. So they couldn't pay for it, and they didn't have something in hand. All right, so we have the field researcher now. I think we just play her and tick up. Let's see here. If we tick up, we get to draw a card here. I think that's fine. Get the draw here. Let's draw. Drawing's a good idea here. They don't have a merfolk in hand because they didn't get to. They didn't get to play their adept. Noble's decent here, but Noble's probably not worth risking not being able to pass something that's big. So we'll just pass. Plus, they really have to go after Tamiyo if they need to. Tamiyo's ultimate's kind of good. Draw 3 cards, you get an emblem with you can't be cast without paying mana costs. It's kind of like friggin' sweet. So, friggin' sweet. Bringing something in for 2. Okay, Master. See where they attack here. They're going after Tamiyo. A little Tamiyo love there. Go ahead and path this Master. That way they don't kill Tamiyo just yet. Nice. All right. So the other thing we can do is like tap stuff down, but I don't think we want to be doing that just yet. Play Noble Hierarch out. I think we'll go ahead and tick up. Pick these 2 creatures in case Noble gets kind of crazy there. Let's go ahead and attack in with our Spell Queller and draw a card. And we do a little more damage. That's always good. Too bad that doesn't trigger Noble's thing here. Yes, please. Let's go get Sword of Fire and Ice. 1, 2, 3, and equip. Protection from blue. Don't get to bounce or do anything to anything else. Seems reasonable. We'll go ahead and equip it up. We'll go ahead and get a basic plains here. Now our Spell Queller is protected. All right. Yes. Feels good. Other Spell Queller is probably not doing a whole lot, so hooking up our Spell Queller with the sword is probably where we want to be. Probably. All right. So they can kill Tamiyo if they would like. Sort of. Actually, they can't. Actually, because they can, I might block. I think I'm gonna block actually. Block and keep Tamiyo alive for a turn here. Why not? Draw an extra card. Protection from blue. She's blue. Protection from blue. Alright. That's nifty. That's nifty. Oh, synergy's there. Protection from blue. Go ahead and kill this merfolk. Draw the invisible of stalkers. Go ahead and play an invisible stalker here. Whenever choose up to 2 target creatures until your next turn. Whenever either of those creatures deals combat damage, you draw a card. That is nifty. That is nifty. I misread that. I thought it was that kind of like their controller draws. That is nifty. I should remember to do that, right? All right, we're gonna run this back, and maybe we'll get to play Tamiyo again. That is a good call, Huge Elf Boy. The greatest of calls. Well, sometimes you just don't quite read the entire card. Sometimes you just don't read the whole card. You miss out on the subtleties. Missing out. Alright, let's see how this game goes here. I do like Tamiyo though. Tamiyo is a fun card. She doesn't have too many decks to be placed into, but she's feeling pretty good here. Actually, she's feeling better than this Nissa, because we have evasive creatures. And although Nissa scries too, or has that kind of 0 ability, you need a lot of mana. Where yeah, Tamiyo isn't probably an extra mana than Nissa should be. So we could be 2 and then we hit nothing off of Nissa X. Where if we just have the 2 extra mana, the 4 total, then we get to tick up and like probably an invisible stalker or a Geist is out or something like that. They're hitting in something evasive. And so we get to draw 1, maybe 2 cards, or we tap down stuff just to get in. Just enough damage. These are all things that Tamiyo can do for us. All things. Opponent is making some adjustments to their deck now that they know what we're up to. Cat's out of the bag, chat. Cat's out of the bag. Our opponent's going to go to time on their deck here. No, this is not my own homebrew. See the second link in the deck lists. It is created by a Ardilla Cody. I made slight modifications to the land base and put it in the thread for the guy, and he seemed to like it. Made the changes. All right, so we're lacking green here. We have Path though. I think we'll keep this and we're gonna try it. I'm not gonna play Hollow Fountain yet. We're gonna play coast to coast. Going coast to coast here. I'm gonna see if Mirran Crusader can maybe get through here with some Path backup. We'll see. Our opponent's mulled to 5. Mold to 5. Cavern. Well, we don't. Not too worried about that. Merfolk. Has no turn 1 play, it appears. D-Sphere is really good for us. Pass the turn to our opponent. Needing a little bit of green mana wouldn't be bad. A little green wouldn't be bad. Get this Pride Mage out of our hand. D-Sphere is just that little bit of removal we might need. Path, path, D-Sphere. Lots of removal, actually. Here comes a Lord, I think. Lord of Atlantis. There he is. The big guy himself. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get the sword we want, which is Fire and Ice. And we'll pass the turn. I think if we get a land here, it's almost tempting to run out Sword of Fire and Ice. We'll see if we need to path something here. See if we need to. Alright, we're going to go ahead and path the Lord of the Atlantis. We don't want to take any damage if we don't have to here. Keep our life total healthy. If it was another Lord of Atlantis, we would have kept the D-Sphere. Would have kept the D-Sphere. All right. Let's see here. So we can go get green-white at this point, which I think is what we're gonna do here. And we'll run out the Crusader. It has protection from black and from green, so it's actually got protection from this, which is pretty sweet. And we don't fetch an island, so that if they try to get some island walk going, it won't be able to get in next turn. If we draw a land, we probably won't play sword, we'll play Pride Mage and Path. Here comes something for 3 here. Oop. Okay. Alright. It's a big guy. It's a Hallowed Fountain. Alright, so spells your opponent cast to target. Abilities your opponents activate that target. Costs 2 more. So we can't really D-Sphere at the moment. Costs 2 more? Okay, so we could path. We could path this, basically. Let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Get rid of this little guy over here. Leaves us with D-Sphere and some other options here. I'm going to play the Hallowed Fountain. I can D-Sphere it. That's fine. I don't really think I care to D-Sphere it, honestly. Kind of want D-Sphere for like tons of tokens or stuff like that. Besides, we get to Sword of Fire and Ice next turn, making this do 8 damage to our opponent in 2-turn clock. Let's just hope they don't bounce Crusader here. If they don't bounce Crusader here, we're good. We are good. If they bounce Crusader, it'll take an extra turn. Let's see what our opponent has. Spreading Seas, we're okay with that. Absolutely okay with that. We don't need the green mana. Pride Mage is sad, but we don't need the green mana. Another Merfolk. Little Curse Catcher. Can't be countered. That's fine. This is not an instant or sorcery. So we're going to get to blow away something here. At this point, we don't really even care about the Curse Catchers. We just care about this Mist Binder. So we'll clear that one out with the sword. Should be able to attack in here, and I would because pro green. It's gonna be pro black, green, red, blue. So white will be the only thing that can hit it. D-Sphere seems silly against Curse Catchers now at the moment. Alright, let's get Sword of Fire and Ice in. Let's hook ourselves up here with some good stuff. Just a saying. Let's hook up the big boy here. We get to like shoot stuff down like crazy too, by the way, because it's a double strike. This is gonna be fun. You ready, opponent? You ready to lose your creatures? Bam, protection from like everything. Oh, this deck. This is fun. Trigger, kill. Trigger, kill. They don't need their creatures sticking around. So much base. I know, right? We just win here? Value. It's a board wipe. Alright. Just get in here. Just get in here for the wins. The W's. The wins. We'll just hit them this time and draw our cards. Sword of Fire and Ice doing it. On a double strike creature. It's really good. It's really good, chat. Some value. Alright, chat. Alright, chat. Here's the deck. This is what we played tonight. It's called Invisible Menace. Deck list will get you it. Deck list. There you go. And it is the second one. It's the Mayhem list off of MTG Salvation. It was created by Ardilla Cody. So you can follow that link there, I believe. Let me double check that that works. You should land at a page like so. A little bit of Invisible Menace. A little stuff like that. Here's the deck. Some people talking about some things. I went ahead and gave him some suggestions as well here, and he's responded as well. I'm probably going to throw this little stream VOD over to him as well, just so you can see what the deck did tonight. If you liked it though, there's the deck list. You're able to go get it. There's probably a couple tweaks. You try to stay away from being a Boggle type deck. It does different things, and that's kind of what I like about it. It was a little different than the Boggle slam enchantments and just like hit face. This has some interaction. We only saw Climb once, and when it did kind of go off for a couple turns, it was actually very good. I might actually consider getting a third one in here for something else. Nissa was underwhelming and probably the Planeswalker I would cut. Tamiyo was actually fairly good though, so I might actually go up a Tamiyo or up a Climb, and I would run that for a little bit. The Steel Shaper Gift and the Sword package is probably one of the best little parts of this. In the event that you just have a bunch of life that you have to get through, you under Worship and you're at 1, you can actually mill them out with Body and Mind. You can get in with Invisible Stalkers, you can draw cards with Sword, Fire, and Ice, you gain life if you need to be a little quicker. Pretty cool deck. With that though, I think guys, I'm going to call it a night here. Little Monday Mayhem. If you have a deck that you would like to see maybe be played on Monday Mayhem, just drop it in the chat. I'm going to keep the different deck lists that people share, and anything that kind of piques my interest will definitely be in the running for playing. If you're brand new to the stream, you enjoyed yourself tonight, had a blast with this deck, don't forget to hit that follow button as we head out this evening. And then finally in the bottom right we have a follower goal. We'll throw up our goals thing here. When we hit that, the next Friday we will be doing a giveaway. We have some MTGO tickets or Steam cards, or I will play pretty much any deck that someone gives me if they want that. I know sometimes people simply want to see a specific deck played, and so that's also an option there for the winners of that. Do I usually play on Monday? Thank you for asking, Hoka Juan. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at about 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And then when I can, I'll fit in on Fridays, or sorry, when I can, I'll fit on Saturdays and Sundays, but those times vary and I don't have anything locked in for times on those. So those are just kind of bonus streams. I usually try to get at least some time in on each one, but for the weekdays, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much for the follow, man. I do appreciate it, and welcome. So yeah, those will be the times that I usually stream. I stream pretty much exclusively Modern, but other formats are not out of the realm of possibility. And so, for example, if a viewer wants me to play a Pauper deck or a Legacy deck, within budget, I think, for my Mana Traders thing, or a standard deck, those all are possibilities too. That being said, guys, thanks for chilling with me tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. Hopefully the content's good. If you have any suggestions, don't forget to leave those in the chat as well as we wrap up here. We will probably see you tomorrow, right? Tuesday, tomorrow, 6:30. See you guys there. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace, guys. Take care. Scadden, thanks for the follow. Throw that one out there. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Oh no, a few drop frames. Gotta end the stream. You guys are awesome. You take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.